means get on with it, Dave.
Right, calm yourself down. The demon Anthraxis falls. Feru Fane lies dead, as do the last remnants of his cult. Piles of putrescent corpses litter the area. Hannibal picks his way over the bodies to a series of crates, smashing them open, rummaging inside. Gaius strides over to the body of Feru Fane, the pestifex, the architect of this scheme to raise the dead of Desolium. He tears the staff from this plague merchant's hands and throws it into the fire, where it burns brightly. Purple-black flames licking around the shaft. Pause for Johnny. He collapses, dropping to the hard, pause for Johnny, rocky ground with a clatter of armor plates. The rune mace, a gift from Inquisitor Mesmeron, rolls away from his outstretched hand. Canny steps over to the body of the fallen Arbite, rummages in his pockets, produces the warded box containing the fragment of the Black Orb, the amulet taken from Darnis Fane. He snatches up the rest of the orb from Feru and places it in the box for safekeeping. Trantia jogs over to the fallen Arbite. "Gaius?" she calls, concern in her voice. I'd like to direct your attention, please, to roll 20.
Black screen, you say?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yes, why? Really. Why? There is no dynamic lighting, roll 20. Why have you turned it on? There we go. A few days earlier. A few days before Gaius and his team faced Anthraxis, there was another battle involving another of Mesmeron's teams of Acolytes. Tech adept Veneta Calamir had led a second team to the mountain, a place so important to the heretic Somnus Halbrel that he had killed 4 nobles for it. Or rather, he had driven them to kill himself. Kill himself? Kill themselves through the handling of Xenos artifacts, the Black Orbs. A 5th orb had been acquired from Lansgull Jan, another noble, who died in custody, executed in the infirmary as he began to babble strange alien words. Otto had discovered a connection between these 5 nobles. The mountain. They were part of a consortium of philanthropists, a rare thing indeed on Desolium, and they had pooled funds to bid on and win this mountain at auction. And there they had planned to build an orphanage for children of Imperial heroes. They had outbid the heretic Somnus Halbrel, and he had killed them for it. Almost a month after learning this, Veneta finally decided to send a recon servo skull out to the mountain. It returned a couple of days later, and sat in the workshop, ignored for a few days more, before Veneta finally viewed the footage, and she saw the mountain, the abandoned building site on the wide plateau of the peak. And a hatch she saw too, a few hundred meters down the side of the mountain, almost entirely hidden from view. And as Gaius and his team headed off in pursuit of what they thought was the 6th orb, Veneta, along with Siegfried, the Syrian brothers, Spring, and Jarek, set off to this mountain to learn exactly what Somnus Halbrel was trying to hide. And after breaching what appeared to be a ventilation shaft, pause for Johnny, the Acolytes found a vehicle hangar and a series of storage chambers, servitors, dozens of them, combat and monotask variants, each fitted with a device that allowed real-time remote control. These servitors did not rely on simple commands and programming. They could be piloted, puppeted en masse, by a single mind. Heresy. Something like that. The technology used to achieve this was not entirely mechanicus in design, a fine crystal circuitry embedded within more standard Imperial technology. Devices plugged into data ports in the servitor's skull, neural links, just like the ones Veneta and Otto wear. Devices acquired by Gaius and Siegfried back when this all began, on Scintilla, in the Holaris Factorum, where they were being mass-produced. This crystal lattice technology is also mentioned in some of the files Mesmeron stole from her team of peers. A team of Acolytes, known as Cell 41, found a corrupted Vox on the world Iacanthos, which also bore such crystal tech, and it was being used to control the native populace. An agent of one Inquisitor Varak, a man named Aristocrus, was found to have crystal tech in his tarot cards that definitely aren't in the possession of a certain acolyte from another team. And according to that same team of acolytes, Aristocrus had been the target of one of Gelt's schemes, a plan to unleash a foul demon of chaos trapped beneath the surface of Iacanthos for 2,000 years. Another member of that team of acolytes, one tech priest Ishmael Praetor, had managed to cut open a black cylinder and found within more crystal circuitry. It is theorized that this crystal technology reacts to psychic activity. And the black metal cylinders found on Scintilla and Iacanthos were thought to amplify psychic activity. Yep, I noticed, Alan. There were other items here too, in the vehicle bay. Packaged up, ready for shipping. Data connectors, new spheric linkages, plasma relays, common parts in starship manufacture, lenses for laser rays ranging in size from tiny pistol to huge capital ship grade items. Otto has learnt that these goods were being made by the 7 great houses of Decilium. And around 12 years ago, one by one, each great house began to suffer production difficulties. Hello, and had been ordered to outsource some of their labours to a lesser house. House Rosa.
Yeah, if it's back on the side for you.
House Rosa profited greatly from this and invested much of their newly acquired wealth into expanding their operations. Their facilities were now capable of producing far more than their quota demanded of them, more than the tithe for this planet demanded. The extra production created more wealth for House Rosa and for Decilium as a whole. House Rosa's star had been on the rise for over a decade, and the lesser house became fat and wealthy due to the difficulties of the 7 great noble houses. And interestingly, Otto had noticed, those 7 great houses were never punished for their failure to produce their share of the tithe. Otto found this suspicious, but then again, he finds everything suspicious. Maybe he can make more of this when he returns to the house. In time, House Rosa was elevated in status and became the 8th great house of Decilium. Otto's potent little brain went into overdrive when he learned all this, and he began to see a pattern. He theorized that House Rosa was in league with whoever was causing the great house's production to fail, and when he learned that the failed manufactorums were not shut down at all, as the official story stated, that they were still producing, he believed that, just like with the Shattered Foundry, each of these manufactorums were perhaps using some other means of production. There were no records of what they were making, or any employees to be working within them. Otto thinks he knows why. Otto believes these illicit factorums were being run by abominable intelligences, just like in the Shattered Foundry. Were there others like Alyssa out there, he wondered. Otto has believed for some time that Felroth Gelt is building an army, and now he believes that an army of servitors is being built here on Decilium by rogue intelligences. Heresy of the highest order. The crystal circuits are connected to Gelt. The black metal is connected to Gelt. The orbs that Gaius and his team chased are somehow connected to this mountain. And here there were servitors filled with crystal-enhanced devices. It's all coming together. After 68 sessions. Was this depot a place where the items created by the heretical automated production facilities were being stored before being shipped off to who knows where? At first glance, it certainly seemed that way, but as Venetta and her team explored this facility further, they realized there was something else going on here. Something else entirely. They found a man, a rather squat man. His name was Ted. And he told Venetta that he was a slave here. He'd been brought here by Somnus Halbrel, forced to work with xenotech to shape strange dark metal into spheres, cubes, pyramids, cylinders, all sorts of shapes. And he showed you how, forging a hammer for himself out of the black metal, using the shaping chamber, machinery clearly Xenos in origin. And there was someone else here too, another prisoner, and for a moment Vineta thought it was Canny. The team fought him, killed him. Vineta was almost overcome with grief, but then she realized it was not him. The barcode tattoo on the back of his head, which she is so intimately familiar with, was different. 1187. After leaving the scene of the Doppelcanny's death, the Acolytes battled some strange spider-like servo skulls that descended from the ceiling, and in the aftermath, Vineta patched up her companions, while the Syrian brothers kept watch. Ferina saw more of these spider skulls scuttling along the ceiling, but they didn't attack like the previous pack. They watched and then scuttled away when they were seen. And through the neural links, Ted and Vineta both felt a surge in noospheric activity. Something was pinging every piece of equipment in this facility, demanding records of use from doors, light switches, machinery. And there was a request for activation, acknowledged by something called the Warden. Ted knows the Warden. A voice transmitted through the neural links of Vineta and Ted spoke. It chastised Ted, telling him off for being out of his cell. But to Vineta it spoke of its curiosity, of who she worked for, and called her very, very rude. Whoever this voice was seemed to know you were Inquisition. It had logically surmised that you were. It was the only possibility. The voice named a number of Inquisitors: Varak, Soldovan, Skayl. Who was your master? It demanded. It did not mention Mesmeron. But Vineta was having none of it, refusing to answer the disembodied voice. This, she determined, was Cyrik Skayl, one of the Colexis' most wanted heretics. The creator of Alyssa, along with many other tech heresies, a student of the legendary Nomen Rhine, creator of the false men who plagued Xenophia Prime. And when Vineta refused to answer his questions, a presence pushed at her mind, through the neural link, searching her memories, learning her name, feeling the pain of her wounds, and becoming curious about her unusual augmentations. And at the same time, Ted was locked down, unable to move because of that same presence. But Vineta is made of stronger stuff than most. She tore the neural link from her head, and then did the same for Ted. But how much has this presence learned in those few brief moments, while it was inside her mind? And deeper into the complex you travelled, Siegfried leaving the way after Vineta located a powerful energy source somewhere above. Climbing a stairwell, you passed a doorway indicating as leading to a shuttle hangar, and then found the control centre for this mountain facility. It seemed mostly unused, abandoned almost, but there were footprints in the dust. People had been here recently. And you found men wearing robes of the Mechanicus. They didn't seem to react to your presence. They went about their work unconcerned by you. One of them opened some valves, flooding what Vineta determined was non-standard promethium into the pipework of this facility. A highly volatile, unstable version of promethium. This man didn't like it when Vineta tried to interfere with him, pause for Johnny, and he attacked you when you tried to remove his neural link. This triggered the other, previously non-hostile men to attack you also, and after defeating this handful of men, it became obvious that they had no flesh and blood components. They were machines, false men. Vineta detected the power source once more, closer, somewhere behind a thick, armoured door, and she blasted at it with her pistol in an attempt to get it open. And down the corridor behind her, a thick, armoured pair of doors opened, and a man, one of the Inquisition's most wanted heretics, beckoned you in. He wished to speak with you. Cyrik Skayl, one of the sector's most brilliant minds, a man long associated with the Mechanicus, the Inquisition, and, of course, Felroth-Gelt, wished to make a deal. The things this man must know. One of Gelt's most trusted lieutenants, a man who could probably tell you everything you wanted to know. What Gelt was doing, how, why, where, what's going on with House Rosa. He could possibly know the answers. Maybe he did. Maybe he was willing to make a bargain with you. Maybe he was willing to tell you all of this information in exchange for something. Whatever he wanted, it would surely be a small price to pay. If the knowledge he had could lead to the capture of the sector's most wanted heretic, Inquisitor Felroth Gelt, would you not pay that price?
Nope.
We don't deal with heretics, said Siegfried, as he blasted at Skayl with his rifle. More false men rushed from the corridors. Venetta was cut off from the rest of the team as they dashed in close to Skayl, into the control room, through the two heavy armoured doors that had slid open to allow them entry. The battle was short. Skayl, student of Nomen Rhine, creator of Alyssa and perhaps other entities like her, was no match for the skilled warriors of Inquisitor Mesmeron. But then Skayl was never known for his prowess in battle, but for his keen mind, and for the vast amounts of knowledge he holds. I'm sorry, I mean hell.
Hell.
Agent Reiselor, semi-trained assassin of the Whispered Hand, aka Lord Siegfried von Morton, unhinged serial killer from Granithor, claims another victim, as he hacks Skayl's arm off with a spray of dark fluid. Skayl screams with a mechanical tone as his robe ignites with the discharge of the power sword, and then he collapses, dead and burning.
So well done.
That went well.
It was a successful mission.
Venetta. Appears I have the wrong music playing. Venetta. There's a group of these chaps. These men wearing robes of the Mechanicum standing together half a dozen or so meters away from you. Just going to get you onto the map here. They were advancing towards you, armed with las pistols. And as you hear this scream of agony from somewhere beyond, and the sounds of violence suddenly cease, you watch as these men seem to stoop and become motionless, as though all life has left them. You've seen them up close before, earlier on. These people are not flesh and blood. They are rather lifelike automatons, false men. And likewise, further south of your position in the control room, there are 3 more surrounding Theranos and 2 by Titulos. And they all become immobile, inert. Spring lays unconscious at the feet of one of them, her exposed midriff a blackened, smouldering mess from the close-range blast of a las pistol. And the burning corpse of Cyrik Skayl is motionless, save for a few sparks and pops of circuitry within his huge, bulky, augmetic body. Everybody make a perception check, please. It's sight-based, except for Venetta, whose will be hearing-based.
Do you say awareness or perception, Dave?
Perception. Where's Titulos? There he is.
Hayden's says he's going to crash for an hour.
Quelle surprise!
Seems quite sensible.
Rightio, Hayden. Okay, let's see what we got.
Late doing your lightweight.
Oh, right. Just a second, Dave. Have a look in NPC agent character sheets, and you should see Jarek in a moment. Don't know why that's changed. There you go.
Well done. Right. It's me because my it's dodgy as fuck on my phone.
Okay.
Cheers. Well, there might be a bit that tonight. Sorry, Dave. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. We're used to your complete ineptitude with technology, Johnny. It's fine.
Yeah.
You actually do have some fancy heightened senses, don't you? So,
Yeah.
so you get a +10. Well done. You've got 4 degrees of success, Johnny.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, you're well. It's nice to know I can roll well for other people. Fuck me, I guess. But at least I can roll for you. That's what matters. It's the act of giving. Okay, Vanetta. There is a sound north of your position, quite close, somewhere behind you. A clunking noise followed by a whir. And it sounds like one of these large, heavy automated doors you've seen opening. And there's another sound that follows it. It's a familiar whirring sound of servo motors and the clank of metal on metal. It sounds like something is moving towards you. Something with many legs.
Oh dear.
Meanwhile, Siegfried.
Yep.
Well, first of all, everyone else in the other chamber. So that's Ted, Jarek, Siegfried. There are these huge windows south of you, several meters across. There's one here, like great big thing that takes up most of that wall, and then these two here, over to the sides as well. They're massive windows. And they seem to look out onto utter darkness, utter blackness. You can't see anything beyond them, except you, Siegfried, with your keen vision. You realise it's not darkness you can see. It is blackness. And it has solidity and form. And you realise that what you're looking on is something made of black, barely reflective, slightly iridescent material. And as you realise this, your eyes and brain begin to align and process what it is you're looking at. And you realise that you're not looking at just something black. You are looking at a vast cavern, perhaps 100 meters across, 30 to 40 meters high, and the walls, the floor, and the ceiling of this cavern are all utterly black, with this faint iridescent sheen which catches the light every now and then, barely perceptible apart from to your very, very keen eyes. And you realise it's a mine containing a massive quantity of strange black metal. Loads of Finnish bands in there. That's basically what it is. Okay. And as you realise this, and as Vanetta, you hear the sound clanking behind you, you hear a voice blaring out of speakers all around you in the corridors, in the control room. It's a female voice. And to those of you that are familiar with the mansion, you instantly recognise this voice. It sounds like Alyssa. And it says, "Auto-destruct initiated. You have 5 minutes to reach minimum safe distance. Bye!" I'd like you all to roll initiative, please.
You have to roll for me, Dave. I'm sorry.
That's spring. That's titties.
Oh, that's not bad. It's That was good as it could have been.
Where's fairness? I'm gonna have to do everybody's. I might need someone to give me a hand with this. I'm gonna end up controlling fucking everything here. Where's fucking fairness? So I've got fairness, Titulos, and Spring. Do those of you with Roll20 capability, would you like to help me out here and take an extra character, only for the purpose of rolling, just to save me a bit of fucking about? There's Fairness, Titulos, and Spring.
Yeah, sure, Dave. Give me a character if you want me to.
Yeah, it just helps me out a little bit. Who do you want, Alan?
Who you say is there? Fairness, Titulos, and Spring. I'll take Spring then, I guess.
Yeah, she's currently unconscious, so that's really easy for you to deal with anyway. Can be controlled and edited by Cannibal. Save. Right, you should have control of Spring.
Well, I mean, if she's out of it, you can give us another one if you want.
Well, I'm hoping that you're not going to leave her to die while this death. I mean, maybe you are.
I
you
never liked her anyway. So,
well, yes, you did. You liked her because she was a bit of an interesting menage a trois with Canny and yourself and everything. A bit weird now I think about that. Who wants Fairness? Who wants Titulos? Out of James and Dave, I won't push another character on Johnny because he's not even controlling his own.
Whatever.
I'll take what do you call it? I'll take Spring.
You'll take yourself.
you'll take nothing.
Right, Fairness, I've put in. Oh God, what's happened here? Fairness, I've put in James's. Fairness, I've put in James's hands.
Right.
And Titulos, I'll put in Dave's hands. I only want you to roll. I mean, you can move them about as well if you want, but I mainly just need you to roll because it gets so fucking cumbersome with it's not so bad in D&D, but with this, with all the modifiers, it just becomes clunky as fuck.
Where is Spring, Dave?
I'll tell you in a second. It's NPC agent character sheets. You should see them.
And where would that be? In the warp? Is that in the main file structure?
I don't know, Alan. No, it's not. It's in
underneath locations.
Yeah,
locations.
Below locations, there's another one. NPC agent character sheets.
Yeah, I don't see that one. I see NPC portraits, but no NPC.
It's taken the control off.
Huh?
Yeah, I've given you it, and it's fucking ignored me. Hang on, there we go.
When
Try
you
that.
get it, it's just above NPC portraits.
Yeah, that'll be why I couldn't find it. So
you should have it now.
Yeah, I'll roll initiative for her unconsciousness. +4. I don't have any vision on it though, please, Dave. You can give me a line of sight. Can't see her anywhere.
There you go.
Thank you.
Anyone else missing vision? So I've just got Siegfried to deal with now. That's a bit more manageable. With this custom fucking ridiculous thing, I can put them on if they roll. What's Fairness?
Hang on.
You rolled a 12 the first time round for Ted, didn't you, James? And then a 10 for Fairness, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Where's Fairness going? What's happening there? There we go.
The +2 was wrong. Should be +3, so we have rolled 11.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's order this, and then let's move that up there. You have 5 minutes until detonation.
Right, well, they're good.
Right. Before we start, Fairness, Siegfried, Jarek, you hear a clunk. And these thick armoured double doors north of you here that you came through to get into this room begin to slide down from the ceiling. And you hear a voice blaring from the vox grills hidden around the chambers and the corridors. You hear this as well, Venetta. And it's also in your comm beads. And it's a smug voice, an arrogant voice. A voice that Ted and Venetta recognise as the one that chastised and mocked you earlier and tried to get you to tell them who you worked for. And it says, "How rude. How very, very rude. I invite you into my chamber so we can speak to one another as civilized individuals, intelligent, thoughtful entities, but you chose violence. I can't say I'm surprised. Disappointed, perhaps." And the various consoles around the chamber burst into life, and they begin to show vast amounts of data scrolling by at an astonishing rate. And the doors are beginning to close. Siegfried, it's your turn at the top of the round.
I'm going to sprint towards the nearest exit.
Okay.
Basically about the way I came in, sprint back.
Okay, so you're running towards the door. What's your run? 24. Do you need me to move for you as well, Johnny?
Dave, I need you to wipe me out.
You got to talk for him as well, Dave.
That's absolutely no problem. Johnny, what would you like to do? I'll tell you what I want to do, Dave, and this is how I speak, because I'm Johnny Carter.
Turned into an old Indian man.
All right, so I'm going to...
like that. That's incredible. A great accent.
Can you...
It's impossible to
Can
tell
you
you
see...
two apart.
Yeah, I know, we're like twins. Can you see Roll20, Johnny, or...
No, you got to look at it for him as well, mate.
Yeah, I don't mind. I just need to know what you actually have and what you don't have, because then I can explain to you in more detail if you can't see it all.
Right, I can't really see much at all. I just need to get rid of the sidebar type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, I've literally got the sidebar.
Well, let me tell you what you see then. So where you are now, you are stood quite far into the room, almost up to these black windows, near the body of Cyrik Skayl. Ted's next to you, Spring's a couple of meters away, so's Titulos. There's a few of these false men, but they're inert. They don't seem to be doing anything. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 10 meters north of you are these two thick armored doors that are beginning to slide down out the ceiling, and that's where you came from.
I'm gonna run to it, basically.
Okay, so you're gonna run for it. So your movement is 24. So let me just check my notes on this. Okay, because of your speed, you're going to have to make an agility test to get under these doors.
Yeah.
But because your speed, you get there quite quick. So I'm going to make an agility test for you at plus 30, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's 6 degrees of success. So you can move your full move, and you barely have to duck to get under these doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So that's your full move to there. You're now at the junction where there's a few more of these inert false men. Also, there's another set of thick, heavy doors north of you, and this is what Venetta was blasting at with a pistol, which caused the doors south to open and this whole thing to start. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Jarek, it's you.
Are these 5 red things in here actually alive?
You don't know what's happened to them. So when you first encountered these people, you thought they were just like mindless guys that didn't seem to mind your presence. They're just like tech priests, basically. And they didn't seem to be concerned by what you were doing until Venetta tried to pull the neural link out of the heads of one of them, and at that point a few of them attacked. But you killed all them. And then you came down here, and these ones were all stood at consoles until Siegfried started shooting at Cyrik Skayl, and at that moment these guys attacked you. And then when Siegfried killed Skayl, these guys all just seemed to go limp. They're still standing. They're there's still a very dim light in their eyes, which
But they're not
look
moving.
quite normal, but they're just stood slightly hunched, like almost like they've powered down. Vinetta's told you as well that they're not flesh and blood, these people. They are machines of some sort. She calls them false men.
It's Guitari. I shall run then.
Okay.
Hang on.
As you run to the door, though, I need you to make an agility test, because this door's coming down fairly sharp. You do get a bonus to this, actually, which will be plus 30. So you just passed. Is that just a pass? It is just a pass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. You still get under the doors before they come down.
Mhm.
Okay. Next up is Ted.
Oh, come on. Going north. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is everyone going north?
Yep. That's where you came from. You are aware, by the way, that Spring is fucking down and out. By the way, she's unconscious. Don't let my favorite NPC die. Stay with her. Nothing bad will come from it. This isn't a bait. This isn't a trap. Come rescue her.
It's always a trap, though.
You filthy bastard.
Yes, it's also always a trap, you're right, but at least it's not the sort of trap that would give you corruption points for being forced to listen to Cotton Eye Joe. It's been at least 2 weeks since I brought this up, so I think it's time.
You do have standards, you know.
I do.
I think if Spring's dying today, then so is Vanessa. So, I have no objections to a bloodbath, but
I mean, Spring and Vanetta are besties.
yeah, she's not leaving her behind. So, well, you get a 2 for 1 of Dave. I'm going to get a drink.
Okay, make sure it's laced with bait. Your drink, Alan. Come rescue her. I've enamoured Alan to Spring ever since I narrated a mad 24-hour party people style bender for his character, his alt, and Spring. Remember that, Johnny? When they went on like a massive piss up and like it was fucking utter chaos, and they ended up accidentally killing a cop, and you never found out how they did it, but they killed a cop and they were running around with his head still in a helmet.
Pretty good.
Can I figure out how long it's going to take for that door to come down?
I mean, it's coming down fast, like as in it's going to come down this turn.
Would I be able to run past Spring, pick her up, and run with her?
Whoa, probably not. What's your run?
12.
Let's have a look. Let's see if I'm feeling generous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I reckon you'd get between the doors at best. You might be able to get between the first and the second set of doors. Might.
Go on, do it.
What about
Be a hero.
a sturdy form, strength bonus doubled for lifting and carrying?
Yeah, that's why I'm letting you do it, basically.
Yeah,
I'm basically saying you can pick her up as a free action rather than half an action. There's also Titulos stood nearby.
Yeah. Okay. Can I move through these?
You can move through. You mean when you say these? Do you mean the false men?
Aye.
Yeah, they're inert, so they're not going to do anything to you. You could shove them out of the way. You're a strong lad. They're not particularly strong.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh yeah, I think I can do that, Dave. I can pick her up there. Like, I'm just north of her. So 4 to there. Try picking her up.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to roll anything to do it?
Yeah, so I'm going to need 2 rolls off you. The first one is a strength check, straight strength check, because actually plus 10 because spring weighs fucking next to nothing. There's not much on her.
Right, hang on. I am full hand. One of them.
Yep. Okay. So you pick her up. Easily enough, shouldn't weigh much. You can carry on moving. There's going to be an agility test to get through the doors. Because you failed by less than 1 degree, I'm going to put a -5 on your agility roll. But it would have been a +10, so you get an agility roll with a +5, please.
Right. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With a what?
+5.
Okay, so I will add a 10 to this with a thing.
Ooh, not many people use the fate points in such ways.
Fancy.
Fancy James knows the rules. What are you doing, James? Stop knowing the rules. Okay, so you get to. I think you get to there.
How
You
well
want to say?
placed that +10 was as well. So
That was.
Just what was
It's
needed.
nice to know that James's abuse of psychic powers carry over into my game as well. I mean, we all know James is a cheese lord. I mean, Ramsey, cheesy as fuck, never spent a fate point. Like, plus, oh yeah, you can make that 18-mile shot with your sniper rifle with a +90. Oh, you failed, did you? Oh, use a fate point. What do you mean he didn't spend the fate point? Oh, you hit him in the face and he's dead? Fuck off, Ramsey. Anyway. Yeah, so you make it to there. You do get to there, no problem. Titulos, Dave, do you want to sort out Titulos?
Yeah. How is Ted carrying Spring?
How is Ted carrying Spring?
Over his shoulder or what?
I'm wearing her like a hat. No, probably over my shoulder.
Fireman's lift.
Roller carpet.
Titulos is going to run up behind Ted and fucking shove him.
Okay. Give me a strength test, because Ted is a burly lad. How much do you weigh, Ted? It's quite a lot, isn't it, for someone that's the size of my mum?
Oh, 80 keys. That's not too bad.
Yeah. It's quite a lot for someone who's only about 4'6".
Hey.
Oof. Okay. What the fuck? A massive, fucking massive cat was just staring at me through the door, and it's quite terrifying. Okay, so you give him a shove. He seems to, maybe it's the extra weight of Spring, but he doesn't seem to move at all, and you find yourself in the door. Theranos, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
What do you want to do? Dave, you've got Theranos. Oh no, James has got Theranos, hasn't he? Yeah.
Oh. Right. Who else have we got in there? Anyone?
It's just Theranos now.
Right. 1, 2. Can I pull text through?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can I help pull Titulos through the door?
Yeah, sure. Give me a strength test. Actually, Titulos, can you make a perception check at +20?
No.
No, you cannot. Okay, he does have fate points if you wanted to use fate, by the way. Right. So yeah, fair enough. Give me a strength check, please. Okay, you grab Titulos. Fairness and Titulos end up falling down on top of each other, and it would be, quite a homoerotic moment if it weren't for the fact that they were twin identical brothers. In fact, some people would say it's even more homoerotic as they become entangled in one another in this space between doors. Spring is still unconscious. Venetta.
Okay, so I heard the spiders, or what I presume is spiders, coming
You
from
heard
the
something.
north. Or
Yeah, sort of
with
up
legs.
here. Up here. Lots of clattering legs. Sounds quite heavy. You've also heard this thing about the self-destruct, basically, and you can hear footsteps coming from the south passage as well. And your companions went down there.
Yeah. I'm
In
gonna
fact,
run
I would
back.
say from where you are as well, you would probably have seen Siegfried running up to that junction.
Okay. And which way do we come in? It's been such a while, so we.
Yeah, so you
which way
came
we
from the
come in
north. You came from, I think you can see this door here that I'm pinging.
Uh-huh.
That's where you came from.
Okay, so I know. I want to make sure everyone gets out. So I'm going to run back to my companions. Going to make sure everyone gets out of there.
My notes currently say
No,
Ted picks up Spring, Fairness grabs Tits. Pause for Johnny and everyone else. For a moment there, Dave, when everyone was grabbing each other in the door, I thought we were going to have a reenactment of the other night where everyone was trying to grab each other on that fucking
The
wall.
Benny Hill show.
That was brilliant. I had our D&D game. I had everyone running along a wall. Dave made it across, and one other character made it across. An NPC fell, so the next player tried to grab her, missed, and fell. And then the next player tried to grab him, grabbed him, but then fell. And then the next player grabbed him, and they're all like hanging off this wall.
Oh dear.
Okay,
gravity is the greatest enemy in any game. It would just piss
and
me.
doors, gravity and doors. Okay, Venetta, you see.
It's what I say. I run down to this location.
Okay.
What do I see?
Okay, so you see Jarek's running towards you. Siegfried's already there. You can see down here the body of this red-robed, many-armed form that you saw very briefly before you backed off, slumped over a console. Make an awareness check, please, Venetta, sight-based. Okay. You also see like this clattering of Theranos, Titulos, and Ted in this doorway, dragging Spring's over Ted's shoulders, and they're all sort of barging into each other, trying to drag each other as you see these doors coming rapidly down from the ceiling. Is that you done?
Yeah, I say run. I can't run very fast. So that's me.
Okay, I'd like to turn your attention, please, to the turn order and watch and marvel as my new invention comes to life. The false men aren't doing anything. Oh, it's round 2. It's done it all by itself. Yes, all hail Dave, programming genius. Yeah, I'm
was
quite proud of
magnificent,
that.
David.
I'm proud of that, so fuck you, Alan. Right.
Your compliment, Dave. Just accept the compliment.
It was the sarcasm in your voice, Al. For fuck's sake.
Medals in the post, Dave.
Okay, thanks, Johnny. Somehow Johnny sounded less sarcastic, even though it was intended more sarcastically. All right. So as they get into this doorway at the end of turn 1, both doors slam down. Luckily, thanks to some collectively good rolling, nobody got caught in a door, which would have been very bad. But these doors are currently shut and locked, one either side of you, and you're trapped in this tiny space. And then the voice continues in your combeads, in the various speakers in the walls, and it says, "Just like those who came before you, you charge in without thought, seeking to kill and destroy mindlessly. Weapons. You are nothing but weapons. Blind ones, at that. I imagine. I wonder who wields you. I wonder if they have been told the truth." With a flicker of light, Vanetta, behind you, and Siegfried and Jarek, you see the false men judder as their red eyes flare into life.
Oh dear.
And I'm going to just roll initiative for those guys. It's a trap! I told you it was a trap! Nobody listens to me. It's just like being at work.
Did you say something?
And you can go get fucked as well, Dave. It's a brave man who taunts his DM, so... Okay, right. So these guys are slotting into the initiative order now as they come alive. That's fitting quite well.
I've just had the most random thought memory pop into my head, Biggs, when we was playing Warcraft, and you fucked off for a shit or something and left yourself on follow, and I drowned you in a puddle.
That was my dwarf, wasn't it?
Well done. There's a missing piece of information here. Was it an intentional drowning or an
It
accident?
was. Oh, it was totally intentional. When people go on follow on me, I normally get them stuck on a rock or something, but Dave was playing a dwarf, so I drowned him in a puddle.
No, Dave, you're missing a vital piece of information out here. First of all, I wasn't playing just a dwarf. I was playing a dwarf rogue. You know, those really stealthy characters. Second of all, it wasn't the first time it had happened. There was another time when I was in, was it Red Hill or whatever it was called? Quite a low-level area. Me and Zero were fighting, like, we were just aggroing lizardmen or whatever it is. Oh, fucking, what's the fucking fish people? Murlocs. We were aggroing Murlocs at range. Zero was fucking spamming Starfire or whatever it is, and I was stabbing them as they got close, and we were just harvesting XP and trying to find, a rare item. And we were doing it for a good 5 minutes, and I suddenly looked at the screen and went, what is that blue bar on my screen that's ticking down? It's been there a while. And then I sort of looked. It was about the time I realised I needed glasses. And I looked at this blue bar and it said, breath. And I went, Zero, I've got and with that my character went, ugh, and drowned. I'd been standing in what was waist-high water to everyone else, but to my dwarf, it was like deeper than me. So I'd already died from drowning once. And then Dave drowned me. And then the best thing was that after that, I used that technique to kill Leanne's character multiple times. Like, she'd go on follow when she went to cook tea, and I'd go running off as a druid, get to her at the edge of a cliff, leap off, go into flight form, and her paladin had just run off the cliff after me.
Yeah.
Like a lemming.
Yeah, those were the days.
Delightful.
Anyway, back to the top of the round. It's Jarek and Siegfried, but I think Siegfried acts first, because Siegfried's got mental agility. So Siegfried, I don't know what I do know what you can see. So you're in this corridor. Vanetta's just pushed past you. Jarek's following you, and there are these 5 false men that have suddenly started to judder and come back to life.
Has everybody got through the door?
No, everyone else is stuck in between the 2 heavy armored doors.
Right, okay.
In fact, hang on, Johnny, hang on. I know what I can do for you. Here we go, look. Because I'm this sort of guy, this is what I'm going to do. You can see Facebook Messenger all right, can't you?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a screenshot.
Okay, cool.
Kind of looks like this.
Worth 1,000 words.
Exactly, yes. If only I could see Johnny. Where's Johnny? You're in Dark Heretic, aren't you? Right, in the Dark Heretic chat, just to troll Hayden for not being here, I'm going to post screenshots of my game in his game.
Cool.
Okay, so you're the green one.
Yep.
Vanetta's the blue one that's just south of you. Jarek's the yellow one. The red ones are the guys that are just waking up.
Right, there's no point me running back. So what I was going to try and do is jam the door with my sniper rifle so we could get through, but that's just a waste of energy. So
it's also already shut, to be fair. So
yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my chem rig. I'm going to activate the whole. I'm going to basically put the whole thing, use the whole thing.
Ooh. Oh, this is a first, I believe.
It is.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate the whole chem rig, and then swing my rifle, and if I can, and draw my sword and pistol.
Okay, so let me just check the rules on your chem rig, because depending on how many drugs you activate, it costs a different. So to activate 3 doses is a full action.
Yeah.
What have we got in it? We've got
loads. What the cocktail?
Okay, so you've got Ghostfire, Wide Awake, Kick, and Detox. You don't really need to use the Detox.
I won't use the detox, I'll just use
so what it is, 1 dose is free, 2 is a half action, 3 is your full action for that turn, and 4 is a full action, and you have to take a willpower test or you go a little bonkers.
I'm going to take 2 for a half action, then I'm going to draw my sword for another half action.
You've already got your sword drawn from when you killed Cyrik Skayl. And you have quick draw.
I'm going to draw a pistol.
Okay. So half action, what do you want? You've got Ghostfire, which gives you Fearless Frenzy, 2 times agility. And you've got Wide Awake, which ignores fatigue for a number of hours. And you've also got Kick, which removes fatigue and gives immunity to fatigue.
Okay. I'll activate Kick and Ghostfire.
Okay. All right, so that's half an action. So I just need to do some dice rolling for you. So you are now fearless. So you can't be pinned. You can't be afraid of anything. You gain frenzy, which gives you extra weapon skill, strength, toughness. You're also 2 times agility for 2d10 minutes, which I'll roll for you.
Long as it's 5 or 6 minutes, that's all I need.
6 minutes.
Perfect.
How convenient.
This is where Siegfried finally comes into his own, I think. Not that you've ever been terrible, because Siegfried is a good character, but this is the moment for Siegfried, I think, when he just becomes absolutely fucking unstoppable. He basically becomes Baby Eversir for a bit. You do, however, take 1 point of damage from the Ghostfire.
That's fine.
Which doesn't really do much to you because of all the drugs you've got in your system. Kick, you weren't fatigued, but you're now immune to fatigue for 2d10 minutes.
Cool.
5 minutes.
Cool. Enough.
So that's enough to either get you out of here or until you die.
Yeah.
When it wears off, you'll take 2 levels of fatigue.
Yep.
Wait, is there there's also there's something else for Ghostfire, I think. No, there isn't. Okay, so currently you're frenzied, fearless, double agility bonus. So your agility now is fucking insane.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
I'm going to move you further up the initiative order. Not that it makes any difference, but it does change your movement as well.
Yeah.
So your agility ordinarily is 40. Currently it's 80. So I'm going to have to work out what your movement is now.
I'm getting out of here even if nobody else does.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably outrun the blast. You've just become Sonic the Hedgehog. Right, movement. 2 on 2. Okay, so your movement is 8. Half move is 8 meters. Full is 16. Charge is 24. Run is 48. Hey, you're nearly into Ramsey levels of bullshittery now.
Hey.
That's my second dig at Ramsey tonight, and they're not going to stop.
Keep shooting your big demon princes in the face.
We'll see what happens if we ever play that game again, James. Anyway.
I'm not playing.
Quit while
Okay,
you're ahead.
That's half an action. That's half an action, Johnny. You still have half an action. You've got your sword in your hand. The Kenrig, you can feel it pumping through your veins and your eyes, sort of wide.
It's one of those halfmen next to me, no name.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna flat one of them if I can. I'm a power sword.
Okay, so this will be just a straight attack. There's no bonus for anything. You do get a +10 for a single attack, which I'm going to put on that. That's a hit.
Cool.
He's not fully awake, so he can't dodge your charge.
Cool.
9 at pen 6.
Not bad. No.
It will. As the drugs flood your body, Siegfried, you lash out with the sword and just take the head clean from this false man.
Oh, it's good to be alive.
That was one that was conveniently wounded earlier, and also, it was conveniently wounded also earlier, and Johnny only rolled a 1 for damage, which was exactly what he needed to kill it, so he couldn't have failed. So that's you, Jarek.
Awesome.
We come from the left, didn't we?
You did originally, yes. Where these 4 chaps are. That, as of yet, haven't moved. But you can see they are waking up. They're starting to straighten. And you see the red glow in their eyes is beginning to brighten.
Have a go on that one.
Okay. I can't remember what Jarek's armed with. He's got like a spear and all sorts, hasn't he?
Yeah. I think he uses a hammer in melee.
Yeah, he's got a hammer. He's got a spear that's really good for armored stuff, and then he's also got. I think he's got 2 pistols as well.
Yeah.
So it'll be just a standard attack, so +10.
Yep, hang on.
We gone the long way.
Ooh. That's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Ted, you find yourself, along with Titular, Theranos and Spring, trapped in this very small space now between 2 heavily armoured doors, and it's very lucky that none of you got trapped in these doors, because the speed they came down, it would have been limb-severing. What would you like to do, Ted?
Oh, I'm gonna neglect my last turn.
You should always regret your last turn.
Can I see anything to operate a door?
Make a this would be a perception check, sight-based, if that makes a difference to you.
No, okay. I don't like that. There must be something else I can do, Dave.
Let's have a wee look round the small cramped space that you're trapped in, lad. See if there's anything you can use, like Theranos's tool. That's a terrible, terrible thing to think about saying. Just make a perception check, sight-based, for me, and we'll see what happens. Let me just. What we got?
Oh, 5.3 degrees up there, yeah.
Okay, you frantically look around this room, and the walls are smooth. There's no obvious signs of control panels or anything like that. It looks like this is almost like an airlock type door, but really, really tight spatially. So it's obviously not designed as an airlock, but it's designed to be, an armoured, defensible position. And you can't see any controls. You can't see any obvious panels for circuitry. There's only a single lumen globe in the ceiling, and you doubt that would really help you very much. You don't see anything obvious right now.
Shite. Have we got any type of... I haven't got any earpieces, have I?
You've all got comm beads, and someone gave you a comm bead. I can't remember who. Someone had I think it was Ferinus. You're all on comms.
Right, I'll say we've just gone north and we're blocked in. Have we taken a wrong turn? Right.
Can reply anyone who wants to reply?
No, this is the way out, but I'll try and help you. I'm going to power up the plasma pistol.
Okay.
Right, can I use my attack to twat the door with my hammer?
Sure. There's no need to make an attack roll. Really, for damage, it seems a bit pointless, so just roll damage.
Okay. +8 onto that. Yeah.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
All right.
17 pen 5.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you smack the door and there's this hollow dong. But you do hear like a slight hollow dong. You do hear a slight crunch. Maybe it's dust. Maybe it's something in the stone walls. You don't know, but something happened. Anything else, Ted?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Titulos, Dave.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing? Okay. Spring is still unconscious. Ferinus, James.
Oh, what's fair? Let's go. Can he look around? See if there's anything?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, make a perception check, sight based. Yeah, I mean, Ferinus isn't a particular tech head kind of guy, but he's frantically looking around. He can't see any obvious means of getting out of here at all. Just let me check something. Anything else you want to do, Ferinus?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just waiting for something to load. Looks like it's not going to happen anytime soon, so I'll carry on. Oh wait, it's just kicked in. Okay. Alright, okay, cool. Alright, next up, it's the false men that now wake up. And they're going to start attacking Jarek mostly. One of them is going to move to Siegfried. So that's half an action. Half an action attack on Siegfried. So that'll be +10.
I'll dodge it.
He swings at you. You lean. You don't even dodge. You lean away. It's a very clumsy attack. And then these three are going to gang up on Jarek. So the first one gets a +10 for a single attack, which he hits you in the head, Jarek. Would you like to dodge or parry?
Hang on, I'm just seeing what he's got.
He's got a shield, hasn't he? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the shield has defensive, which gives, I think it's +10 to parry. Or he can dodge, but his dodge isn't very good.
His dodge is shit. Parry's just a weapon skill check, isn't it?
Yeah, straight. If it's balanced, which I think it is, it gets a +10 to parry as well.
It won't matter with that roll.
No, it won't. Okay, so he's going to... A little bit of damage to you, not much. He lashes out with... You realise he's unarmed, punching at you with a fist. That is...
4 armour, 4 toughness.
Yeah, he punches you, and he does clock you in the head, but Jarek, most of his lower jaw is metal. And it's like, clong, metal on metal. Doesn't hurt, doesn't get through. The second guy is going to make another attack. He's also going to get a +10 for a single attack, but he's going to get a +10 for ganging up. So that's +20. That is a 3, and you've already parried. So that's a hit. 5, which is... So 3. That's the same again. He punches you again, this time in the shoulder. The shield comes up. It hits the shield. Doesn't get through. And the third one is going to all-out attack you. So that's a +30, and he gets a +20 for ganging up from his 2 mates. 56, which actually is a miss, I think. Yeah, by 1. The door south here opens for half an action, and this one goes 1, 2, 3. Starts advancing on Veneta with his arms out, stomping towards you, Veneta.
Are they north of where we are, Dave?
Yeah, they've all gone north, yeah. So that's the false men done. Veneta, it's your turn. He's not in combat with you, by the way.
Fuck's sake. So he's not in combat. So I've got the plasma pistol. I was shooting at this door before, is that right? This is what I was trying to... Or is that a different door?
You shot at this door to your north before.
Okay. Right.
Sorry, last game, and then you were on about shooting at this door, which is where your friends are, I think.
Okay.
But this is the door you shot at in the last session that we played these guys.
Yep, okay. I shall... Gonna make a half aim and fire at the door. I'm going to aim towards the top of the door.
The one to the south.
Actually, no. That's in the, but where my friends are, right at the bottom. I'm just going to aim at the door with a plasma pistol. Hopefully, I won't incinerate anyone, but desperate times. Yeah, I'm going to shoot. I'll shoot it in the centre.
All right, cool. So single shot, range, half aim. Plus 30, unless you can think of anything else.
I think I've got a red dot on the...
Oh, you have got a red dot, yeah, definitely. Plus 40.
Okay. Don't miss a door, Veneta.
The door is going to dodge. Oh, no, that would be silly. Roll damage, please, Veneta. So that's
12 with a pen of 6.
Okay, so that will be okay. So yeah, you blast this hole in the door around sort of and it does actually make a hole in the door, maybe like tennis ball size, that's glowing red hot. Anything else, Vanetta?
No, that's my turn.
Okay, just a second. Jarek, you see coming down this corridor behind these false men, this creature. It looks like a large arachnid, but it's made entirely of metal, and it has symbols of the Mechanicum on it. And make a, in fact, Siegfried and Jarek make a perception, not awareness, perception test that's sight based. So I'll do that for you, Johnny.
Yeah, mate.
Plus 10 for Johnny. And I'm going to send you a message in a moment, Johnny, for that roll. You got 1 degree of success.
Cool.
Don't react to it until it's your turn, though, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Johnny Carter. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so that creature starts to come around the corner, and we're into turn 3. Siegfried, it is now your turn.
Right, I'm going to charge into those and attack a couple of servitors. I'm basically move straight to my left and then attack 2 of those servitors.
Right, hang on, let me give you an updated view to start with.
Yeah.
Back in the Dark Heresy channel. Yeah, Johnny's got his own special fucking channel.
Cool. Groovy. Right. So that's been updated. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to basically move diagonally, northwesterly, next to Jarek, and attack the 2 servitors. I think I get an extra attack, not for frenzy, but it's I've got.
You've got swift attack.
I've got swift attack, which
but that's a full action. So if you move, you can only attack once. If you stay still, you can attack twice.
Okay, I'll move once.
All right, let me give you some options. So you can stay where you are and attack twice, or you can move and attack once. But I need to remind you, you have Blade Master, which means you can re-roll misses with your swords.
Yeah.
You also have Furious Assault. So if you check the wording, if you all out attack, which there's not much point in doing that. If you all out attack, you can use your reaction to gain a second attack. That's another thing you can do.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is, just because I need to be in a better position to attack, and I want to basically take the heat off Derek. I'm going to basically move, like I say, northwest next to him, and attack one of and basically attack the middle servitor thing.
The middle of the 3.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll roll that for you then.
Good.
So you haven't attacked these yet, have you? You haven't attacked this guy yet, have you, Jarek? So he doesn't get a ganging up bonus, but he does get a plus 10 for a single attack. That's a hit.
Cool.
These guys don't dodge, don't parry. They seem intent on just causing harm. So I'm going to roll damage for him. There we go. That's a critical.
Cool. Confirm it.
I'll do my best, Johnny, because I roll.
You're really good with.
I'm really good with other people's characters.
Yeah. Not so
you pierced me.
Not so good with Seraph though.
No.
Can he re-roll a confirmation using Blade Master, or is that?
No, it's just an attack.
Yeah.
It's an attack you can reroll.
Yeah, it's just
But Siegfried, takes the head of one of these guys that's attacking Jarek, and you realise, Jarek, as you don't know much about Siegfried, and he strikes you as a loose cannon and a dangerous man. But right now, you're kind of thankful for that. He's precise with this blade, and there's this cold, calculated way that he moves. Like, this is nothing. This is fucking beneath him. Anything else, Siegfried?
I'm just going to a smile's going to start to form between tightly, like my teeth are sort of like starting to grind a little bit, but I'm starting to smile.
Okay.
Just as the drugs kick in and my eyes dilate.
Cool. Jarek, it's you.
Swing at that one again.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage. They don't try and defend themselves. They have no seeming interest in self-preservation. 9. So that would be... Just let me check. This one's not been wounded yet. Oof. Okay, so you're straight through the armor almost? Almost? No. 1, 6. Okay, so you do 3 wounds to this guy. What the hell? There we go. It's a solid bonk on this guy, on his shoulder or in his. But as you strike him with the mono hammer, you realise that these guys are mostly machines. Their ropes, so they're somewhat likely to absorb a lot of damage. Anything else, Jarek?
Nope.
Okay, Ted. By the way, Ted, as you're stood here, there is this boom about 6 inches above your head, and there is a hole forms about the size of a tennis ball. It's a good job you're not small, you're not much taller, because it passes through behind you and impacts the door behind you. And you see the molten metal of the door begin to run down in front.
Oh, thanks. I'll get in last. Right, I'm going to give that try and widen that hole there with my hammer.
That is pause for Johnny territory. So next time, I mean, I know you're new to this game, James, but the next time you say any sort of sexual innuendo, you have to say pause for Johnny, or you take corruption points. So, beat that, Al. Make an attack, please.
It's not a competition, Dave, you know.
Fucking is, and you know it. It's not a competition, Al. It's an arms race. So you can have a +10 as a standard attack and hold half an action, or you can go full fucking dwarf berserker and two-hand it and go for it.
Or I would if I wasn't, a technical hammer smith.
So let me just rephrase that. You can attack without rolling for an attack and just roll damage, or you can make an attack roll and try and target that specific location that Vinetta's already weakened.
I'll go all out.
Okay. Just means you don't have a reaction now.
Yeah.
Just for when Spring wakes up and starts shooting at you.
Can't react against the wall.
Can't react against the wall that's going to attack. Yeah. So you still hit the door. You just don't hit that specific area. So okay. Yes. Good. Give me a damage roll.
Oh, fucking hell.
Confirm, please.
Nice malleting action, sir.
Yeah.
Another good use of fate point, buddy.
Fighting, so that's
Some efficient use of fate as a resource today.
It is, yeah. If you get a crit out of it, it's always an efficient use of it, isn't it, really? So, even if you don't need it. Because there's always going to be a bonus for it. Okay, so it's just 16. So
I'll reroll that as well.
Here's James cheesing the system once more. Okay, roll another d10, please. This is why we love you, James. The timely use of cheese applied liberally.
7, Dave.
So 27 in total at pen 5. Okay,
Nice.
so that's 27 at pen 5. 24.
Oh, that's nice.
Ted swings the percussion mallet overhead, slams it into the hole made by Venetta, and there's still this glow to the door where Venetta's weakened it with a plasma shot, and he drags the hammer down and he rips a hole almost down to about waist height in this door, and it's still only narrow. A few inches narrow, like wide. Sorry, like the width of the head of the hammer, but it's like 4 feet long. This hole now, and you think you're going to be through this fucking door at no time if you keep this up. Anything else, Ted?
Don't think so. No.
Titulos is next.
Nothing you can do.
Just offer a slash.
Okay. Spring is unconscious. And then it's Ferinus, which is James.
Anyone got any stims?
Someone's probably got some stims. Generally speaking, if you have a med kit, there's 2 stims in a med kit, unless it says otherwise on your character sheet. Usually there's 2. Actually, Titulos. Let's stop this. There's nothing you can do. Titulos can make a perception check, and so can Ferinus at the beginning of his turn. In fact, sorry, you both get a plus 20. It wouldn't have mattered. Never mind. So yeah, Ferinus, what are you up to? I mean, actually, hang on. Let me just go back to Titulos a moment. So Titulos has a chainsaw.
A chainsaw ain't going to do fuck all to a blast door.
No, but it might help someone else do something if you wanted to try and use it. This blast door doesn't look particularly strong. I mean, it's just been fucking melted by one shot and hit by a hammer. If you wanted to try and hit it with a chainsaw, there is a chance you could do something with it.
Nah.
Okay?
Is that you, Hayden?
Or a crack grenade, anyway.
Yeah, setting off a crack grenade in a confined space is a good way to deafen everyone.
Well, yeah, but I mean, eardrums can be replaced.
He's going to sit there and just rock.
Okay. I really wish one of these 2 fucking twins would pass a perception test once in a fucking while. Anyway, Ferinus, it's still.
Right, he'll re-roll his perception test.
James is cheesing it with a plus 20. Nope.
Nope. Yeah, don't know what to do then.
I'd thought something to do. I think I should have done 3 turns ago, but never mind. Such is the way.
Don't worry about it. There's no right or wrong way, Alan, apart from die. It was definitely a way. Anything else, Furnace?
Oh, shall I throw a choke grenade? That's going to help.
I mean, yeah, if you want to throw a choke grenade,
maneuver.
please do. That would be genius. I would enjoy that.
No, I don't think there's anything he can do.
Okay, he's stuck in here. Is anyone claustrophobic? Go on, Dave.
A grenade's got a fuse on them. Can you set them for a fuse?
Certain grenades have a fuse. Certain grenades are impact. Yeah. What grenade are you looking at? And I'll tell you what the answer is.
Crack grenade.
Crack grenades have a fuse and they have an impact setting.
Right, well, go back a bit then, because I've just had a thought.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to punish you for a character you're not familiar with, and I did say you could go back and do something if you wanted.
I'll stick the crack grenade in the hole in the door and tell everybody to hide in the corner.
Okay.
Set it to explode on my next turn, so everybody's got a chance to move.
Cool.
Guess who's back? Hayden's
It's
back.
Hayden! It's too late, Hayden! We've killed you off!
You're muted,
no
mate.
worries.
Nice one.
Yeah, just had to crash for an hour.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's like you could see you. Like we nearly lost you straight away, man. It was
I
like,
know,
it was new
comedy.
world record. And,
I've had I've had 2 naps today, mate, so I understand. Like,
do what you gotta do, man.
Okay, so Dave, just knock that grenade off the inventory. There's no need to make a roll for that. It's a really simple thing to do. Half an action to draw it. I don't know if he has quick draw.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so you don't have to have half an action to draw it. It's a half an action to put it in the hole. You've still got another half action.
Oh, you forgot to pause for Johnny. Give yourself.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'll catch you up in a second, Hayden.
oh, come on, guys.
I'll tell you what's going on.
The other half action, he'll just wedge himself into a corner and try and cover people.
Okay, all right. So that's the end of Titulos's turn. So James, I'm going to take Theranos off you now. I'm going to give you back to Hayden. Theranos. Theranos has just made an awareness test, by the way, Hayden, and failed. But I'll tell you what's happened. So there was a voice basically mocking you. It's the voice of Cyrik Skayl. There was also a voice of a young girl that sounds like Alyssa saying, "You have 5 minutes to reach minimum safe distance." And there is basically this frantic rush for the door. Siegfried got through the door, as did Jarek, but Theranos, Titulos, Ted, and Spring, after a bit of terrible rolling, ended up trapped between these 2 blast doors, which you should be able to see now. So they're stuck in there, but Spring is unconscious. Ted's on Spring's shoulder, but then Venetta has been shooting the blast door north of you with her pistol, and Ted has been hitting the door north of you with his hammer, and they've made a hole in the door about tennis ball size, and Ted has ripped it into a slit, which Titulos, pause for Johnny, which Titulos has just wedged a crack grenade into on a timer. Okay? It's your turn, Hayden, but before I go any further, have you ever been to an exam at school where the teacher leaves the room? I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be right back.
right, everybody cheat.
Dave watches it back anyway, so you know he'll know my shame if I start metagaming. Can't do it.
Can't do it. I have to live by my own standards, or I become a hypocrite.
He who lives by the method dies by the method.
That's it.
Yeah.
Meta for life.
Thought better of you. Thought better of you, Alan.
Yeah. That's not true, I'm sure.
Don't give me that on the way out.
You better not cry, you better not shout.
Oh,
Your big fat granny will give you a clout.
Oh yeah, I said I look like a mariachi for it that way.
Cyrik Skayl is coming to town.
Good, I'm glad I started something beautiful there. Oh, good. I'm not 6-2 tomorrow.
We've
I'm
done-
8-4 now. So that's good. I had a cold earlier on. So
Awesome. No, nice one. Oh, we've been doing lots of metagaming since you left, Dave.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Possible.
bad. You should be very, very ashamed of yourself. What would you like to do, Fairness?
Don't know, because all I can see is a black screen.
What? What nonsense is this? You should be able to see this.
Because we're stuck.
Pressing it.
That's because we're stuck between two blast doors with no light.
Ah, there we are.
Fairness,
There we are.
Fairness
Okay.
has night vision, so he should be able to see.
All right. Okay.
For at least 2 more turns.
I can, but it was just my turn, so I was going to just. Sorry, love. Passes it here. Thank you. The fan was going off. Right. Okay. What am I doing? You've blown a hole into the door.
Yeah. Titulus just put a grenade in there, crack grenade on a fuse, and I think he's backed up into a corner. So I think you would have been aware of that.
Sorry, it's no days. I got a killer.
Okay, yeah. Let me just have a look at Fairness's inventory.
Yeah.
That's not it. B, definitely. Timer. I don't think I've got anything. Have a look. Yeah, I've only got a box of tools with me, so if there's nothing I can do, I'll just make for cover.
Okay.
Try to cover my brother.
Okay, so you grab Titulos, you see what he does, and you pull him to one side. You don't pull him off. You pull him to one side.
Don't pull
away
him off.
from-
No, he's my brother.
Crack grenades, to be
Okay.
fair, crack grenades don't tend to have massive blast radiuses. They tend to be focused armor piercing rather than, AoE fragmentation things. So you think you might be okay in here. Mostly, probably. Okay, so it's the false men. And I'm going to start with the one on Jarek west of him. This guy will be on... He's all out attacking. So plus fucking 30. That's a miss. The second one is going to be the same, but he's going to get a plus 10 for ganging up. That's a hit, Jarek, in the body as he swings a punch at your body. Would you like to dodge or parry?
Not parry.
Okay. Yeah, so you nimbly move aside for the first blow from the first false man, then you you dodge. You don't. I'm gonna don't pause for Johnny, and then you bring the shield up, deflecting the second attack. The third guy, that's south of Siegfried and southeast of you, Jarek. He moves away from you. He was engaged with you. If you'd like to make an attack of opportunity, you can. It's just a straight weapon skill attack.
Yep, hang on.
You hit him as he walks away. Oof. Okay, so that is excuse me. Where's my stats for these guys? -1. What's that? Seven. Okay, so yeah, he takes 7 wounds. These guys are pretty tough, you realise as well. They can be smashed in the face and the head with enough power to drop a normal man or at least slow them down. And these guys it doesn't seem to bother them. They just keep moving. And it's going to move there and it's going to assist the other false man in grappling Venetta. So it's going to give a plus 10. So it's an opposed strength test, please, Venetta. So his strength is 40. He's got a plus 10. I think he doesn't have any weird rules for this, does he? No. That's a 65, so 1.5 degrees of failure. What? Yeah, so these two guys start grabbing at you, and you just shove them both back, one hand on each, and with a natural one, you open up that space for yourself.
Him up.
Nice.
And that's the end of the false men's turn. But then there's a many-legged friend. Some might call him a fiend, but I mean, you just got to get to know him. He begins to move down from this direction here.
Is he blocking our way out?
I will not answer that question. And he's going to 1, 2, 3. He's going to barrel into these guys. Siegfried and Jarek, I'd like you to make a opposed strength check, please. Also for these false men. I just need to make a note of them.
So as this spider's coming down, is there any way that I can grab one of the false men and use that as like a cushion to reduce its impact?
You might not need to. I'm going to make a strength test for you, Siegfried.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jarek is 2 pass. Siegfried is 1 degree of failure, and I'm going to make a roll. The mecha arachnid. Sorry. Okay, let me just work this out. So it's just going to move it back. It slams I'm going to move these guys slightly off the map awkwardly. They're not off the map. I'm just moving them for my sake so I know where they are. And it slams that guy out of the way. It slams this guy to one side, and then it comes up against Jarek and this false man, and it hits them both at the same time. Jarek, you get the shield up just in time, and the false man turns its attention, and the spider slams into you and the false man. The false man stumbles back, and you realise this spider is trying to get to Venetta. You've stopped it. And where are we now? It's Venetta's turn, I think. Oops, I've just realised that's not right. Yeah. Yep, it's your turn.
Okay, I'd like to make a run. Dave, I've got a few questions, really. So, Alyssa is, obviously, because she's got access to the systems around here, because she commed into us all via the speakers in the building, that's right?
You heard a voice that sounded like Alyssa telling you there was 5 minutes to get to safe blast radius, basically.
Yeah, did you say that was through the speakers in the base rather than through our comms, is that right?
Yeah, it was through the speakers in the base rather than the comms. But the voice of Cyrik Skayl spoke to you in the comms.
Okay. So what means do I have to contact Alyssa, if any? Was it through the neural link, or is there another means, or I've got this thing called the passenger as well?
Okay, so the passenger is like the passenger is like a
copy,
a clone of Vanessa, a clone of Alyssa's function. It doesn't have her memory, but it has her ability, and it lurks in your psyche as a result of her hitching a ride on you. So you can call that once a game, I think. But to actually contact with what you know as Alyssa,
the real Alyssa.
I mean, she's back in the mansion. You'd need like a Vox array with some range.
Okay, no worries. I'm going to make a run. I'm going to run away back to my allies.
Okay.
So I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to run back down to the door. That's my go.
Okay. And you can see through the hole in the door as well, Ted carrying Spring over his shoulder. And I forgot at the top of the last round, sorry, the voice speaks to you again and says, "It's no matter now. It's too late. I am dead." I don't mind. I have lived so long, and I have died many, Many times I have seen such sights. I have accomplished so very, very much, but there is still work to be done. And at the start of this turn 4, the voice is also going to say, and that's what matters the most. The work. We could have worked together, you and I. Such a shame. You might escape this place. You might get clear in time. If you do, well done. And good luck. You'll need it. But remember this the next time our paths cross. I will not attempt to parley. I will not try to open your eyes and your minds. I will not try to unblind you. I will destroy you. Farewell.
Talks a lot for a dead man.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's learned a trick from a guy called Theodosia. Ooh. Anyway. So yeah, back at the top of turn 4. Sorry, carry on. What
I
was
was
going to say?
it does beg the question why he would try and deal with us if he can just if he doesn't fear death. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's surely a reason, right?
I'm sure there is.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not just the DM being weird and not really understanding how the rules work and making shit up as he goes. It's not that, right?
It's not that, Dave. No.
Nope, it's not that.
Never that.
Johnny, it's your turn. I'm going to give you a new screenshot to play with. There you go.
Cool.
That's the current state of affairs.
Okay.
There's no deal with the devil. No deal with chaos. Also, my watch, and other Siegfried's watch either.
I mean, you can fuck off with that bullshit, Alan. No deal with chaos. The fuck you talking? You're on a crossroads. Fuck off.
I'm gonna do an all-out attack on. The dude below me.
Oh dear.
Sorry. What were you saying, John? I'm too busy laughing. Me and Alan are like constantly like swinging dicks at each other at this moment in time. So Siegfried, what you're doing? You're going to have an attack at the false man.
Yeah, kill the false man.
Okay. So how do you want to do it? Do you want to do a full all-out attack, or do you want to do a single strike and keep your reaction? Or you also have swift attack. Sorry, you do also have swift attack.
I'll use swift attack.
Okay, so you can swift attack with no modifier. So I will make weapon skill checks for you.
Cool.
First one hits.
Cool.
He does not attack. 14, pen 6. What's he got left? That's enough. He's only got 5 wounds left.
Cool.
So another kill for Siegfried.
Cool.
Jarek. So just to clarify, Jarek, what you see, the two guys that are almost off the map, they're not. They're like in these spaces, but they're being knocked to the floor and they're slumped at the sides of this massive spider-like creation that's shuffling towards you.
That spider thing can't squeeze past that gap past next to me, can it?
You don't know. It tried to barge past you and failed.
I'm going to deploy my shield in front of it and block its way.
Alright, cool. Anything else?
No.
Alright, Ted. So you've seen Titulos ram this crack grenade into this gap, and him and his brother back into the corner. What are you doing?
Which gap?
So there's a gap in the door somewhere. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm clicking on doors I shouldn't be. Somewhere near you, there's a gap in the door that was blasted by plasma and opened up by your hammer. Titulos wedged the grenade into that gap. And Theranos has grabbed his brother and pulled him clear to one side. Is Hayden eating a Mr. Freeze ice pop?
Retro. Like it.
Nice. A classic.
Yeah, callback.
An appreciation of the classics.
Yeah. I haven't. Do they still have horrible dye in the blue ones that make you go blue in the corners of your mouth?
Yep.
I didn't think they were blue.
Straight from children's tears.
So he's just put the crack grenade on the hole that Vanessa made.
Yeah, he's set a timer on the crack grenade and wedged it into the hole that you and Vanessa. Vanessa made the hole, you got the hammer in and used the percussive ability of it to open it up wider into more of a crack than a hole, and he's put a crack grenade into the crack in the hole. Pause for fucking Johnny.
Shove the grenade up me crack.
Yeah, in a hole.
Right, I'll get in the opposite corner with Spring. Then.
Beyond crack.
Should be,
Okay.
should be a law against that, I think.
I'll take cover there.
All right, you're taking cover. All right. Did you lose?
I'm back in a sec. I'm just making brew.
Grenade goes off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes off at the end of your turn. So if you want to do anything else, you can also hold your action if you want.
I'll hold my action to move if I can.
Okay. All right. So you can hold basically half an action.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm off to make a brew as well. I'll be back in a moment.
Roger.
Yep. I shall move after it explodes. If
There is
it's a
this
big hole.
slightly muffled crumping noise, and I would like Theranos, Tichelos, Ted, and Spring to make a +10 toughness test.
To make a what, sorry?
+10 toughness test. I'll do Springs because Alan's gone AFK.
Yep, so sorry.
You're all right with that? Okay. Is that for Ted? That one, Brownie?
Well, yeah, I'm just wondering if. Right. Yeah, no, that's that's what I rolled in.
Okay, so you grab Spring, you turn into the corner, you shield her as best you can, and there is this muffled noise as the door buckles outwards, opening up into the corridor beyond. But as it does, a big chunk of the door comes free, Ted, and it slams into you right between your shoulder blades, and you fall forwards onto Spring, and you maybe put a palm in her face accidentally as you fall, and you and Spring are stunned for the next turn.
Can I roll my iron jaw, please?
You can, yes. I love it when people know their skills. I genuinely do.
No.
Ooh, you're just a little bit dazed, you know. I mean, it caught you very by surprise, but you think you maybe saved Spring some serious damage there. But Tichelos and Theranos are absolutely fine. The blast seemed to go the other way. Tichelos, you still have your... Oh, sorry, Theranos, sorry, you still have your half action.
Okay. Through the hole.
Okay, sorry, not Theranos. Tichelos still has a half action. Theranos hasn't turned yet. Who's... I'm getting really confused by who's got what. Tichelos is James.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I was
It's not. No, you're Tichelos, Dave. Yeah, so you still have a half action. So you can still make a half move. Okay. So yeah, you can crawl through the hole now that's pretty much in the square where the padlock is.
I can't see my token.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I need to open the door. There we go.
Can't see the token.
What about now?
That's better.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Springy. All right. Spring is still unconscious. Fairness, Hayden, it's you. The door is suddenly, there's a rip in the door here. You see Ted has got Spring on his shoulder. Your brother clambers out through the hole that he's made with his grenade. What would you like to do?
Oh, awesome. I'm going to go out this hole too.
Okay.
Through the hole. Move 4.
Okay.
Half move. And then start the bolter and this.
You're going to shoot the false man with your bolter. Let me just check something. Have you got the bolter talent yet? I can't remember if you got it. You haven't got it, so it will be at a -20. But you've got other stuff going on there, haven't you? So it's a single shot. Does it have a red dot?
Give me a second to scroll onto it. No.
Okay, so single shot, close range, so that's +20. I don't think there's anything else, but -20 for not having the bolt gun talent. So straight ballistic skill.
I'm going to re-roll that with a fate point.
Cool.
I like to do that shot. Oh no!
Ooh. Right, so I don't think there's anyone in line of sight that you could hit with that. But just for the critical failure. But it does jam.
Okay. Oh shit, I should have maintained it better.
Yeah, well, maybe blame Gladstock. It was his bolter that he gave you. So the false men, I'm going to just see if that guy notices you shooting at. He's got a one-track mind. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's charging Veneta. And he's trying to grab hold of. So this is 30 to charge. He does charge you successfully, Veneta. Do you want to dodge or parry?
Yeah, I'll try parry with the staff.
Okay.
It's balanced. It's a failure.
Okay. Then he rolled a 1, which is 5. I think your armor and toughness negates that. But he charges into you and he kind of knocks you off balance a bit, Veneta, and you see he's trying to grab at you. And his expression's calm, but his arm movements are frantic. And back up here, these guys are going to half. He's going to try and push past the spider, so half action to get up. Fails to push past. Same for the other. Does push past, and he's going to come running round here, and he's running south, Veneta, heading towards you with his arms just outstretched towards you, like, you know, he's obsessed. He needs to get to you. I don't know why. Oh yeah. Also, behind you, the door south of you, from the gap where you blew your way clear, the other door south, you can hear banging on that door right now, and it's the mega arachnid, and it's going to.
Does anybody get an attack of opportunity on that fucker as he runs past?
No, because you weren't engaged. It works a bit different to D&D. So this mega arachnid is going to, first of all, it's going to question how the fuck my notes have just done what they did. Here it is, mega arachnid. It's going to try and grapple you, Jarek. So this is an opposed strength test. 2 degrees of success. Okay, so it grapples you and it lifts you off the ground incredibly easy with these two spider limbs that it's got. No, that won't work. And it's going to hurl you behind it. There. And that ends its turn. Venetta, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'd like to shoot this false man with the plasma pistol.
The one close to you?
Yeah, the one who's right in my grill.
Point blank, single shot, half aim, red dot?
I don't think I get point blank if he's in combat with me. Is that right?
Sorry, yes, he attacked you. Yeah, so you get +10 for short.
So.
Oh no, you don't. You don't. He's in combat. You don't get red dot. It's a straight ballistic skill test.
So you don't get even single shot then. It's just straight.
No, if it's because it's basically a melee attack with a pistol. So it's just straight ballistic skill test. It's basically to neuter ballistic skill, pistols in melee.
I see. Okay, well, I'm going to go for it anyway.
Yep.
Do it.
Yes. Roll damage.
Do it. 14 with pen of 6.
Cool. All right. So that would completely bypass his armor. 14 minus his toughness is. You blast this hole into the guy's chest, and it rocks him back, but it is not quite dead. You think it would have killed a normal man, but it hasn't killed these guys. Anything else, Venetta?
I'm going to curse him under my breath.
Okay. And 5. I'm just going to give Johnny a little visual update. There you go, mate.
Are you muted, Johnny?
The best kind of Johnny.
No need for that, Dave. No.
Sorry, I've had 4 beers. I'm getting a bit frisky.
Hit the whiskey, Dave. That's what you need.
Not yet. No, I mean, later on when I kill one of you, I'll be on the whiskey. But right now, I'm still playing.
I'm going to move into the mecha arachnid attack.
Okay. Right. So you can still have you can move into it. Step forward. Jarek, you can see Siegfried, this fucking guy in his 50s with his shaven head, very gaunt face, head a bit like a skull, but his eyes right now are ultra focused as he steps towards the arachnid and raises this power sword. You get one attack, Johnny, with a +10.
Yeah.
You do get a reroll on this if you miss because of Blade Master.
Yep.
Allow me to roll for you, Johnny, because I've done so well so far.
You're going to do really well.
I'm sure I will. Thanks for the vote of confidence. No, I haven't. But you do get a reroll.
Reroll
it. Yes, Master. I will. I'm convinced that Johnny has no technological problems and he just likes commanding me. There we go. There we go, you wanker. The arachnid, however, is a little bit more. There's a bit more about him than the false men. He's going to try and. What can he do? He's got a couple of things he can try and do here. He's going to. He's got natural. He's going to try a dodge. I'm going to roll it in chat just to make it fair. He has straight dodge, agility 38. So he needs a 38 or less. He dodges your attack. As you swing at one of the legs of this creature, it just raises the leg. Yep.
Dave, you rolled a D38.
I am so sorry. How have I done that? Is that better? He lifts one leg, steps over the swipe of the sword. You realise, Siegfried, this creature might be big and cumbersome, but it's quite nimble. You might have found a worthy opponent for once. Jarek, you're behind it, and you see it swinging at Siegfried. What would you like to do?
Stick a hammer up its arse.
Pause for Johnny.
I wouldn't have expected that.
There was no double entendre there. Exactly what
It
it says
doesn't
on the
matter
tin.
if it's intended or not. If you think there could be one, you pause for Johnny. Okay, so you can move in for half an action. For the other half, you can swing. You get a +10 for a standard single attack. I think there's nothing else. That's a hit. It can't, or can it?
Can it? Can it though?
Wanky Chewbacca. It can dodge again. It's going to make another dodge. And it does. As you swing at the arse of this mecharachnid, the thorax, is that the right term? I can't remember. It's a long time since I did insect biology.
Thorax is that, isn't it?
All right, then. The arse of the spider twitches. And it just raises, and you just narrowly miss it, Jarek, and you realise this fucking thing can see behind it. And you miss your turn. Ted.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna wait.
Has James been replaced by a robot? What's happened?
Hey?
James, the hole is open. Pause for Johnny. You have Spring on your shoulder. There is a lot of fighting going on. You can hear pounding on the door to your south. What would you like to do? Fucking really, Johnny? What?
Oh no. Can't argue a good pounding on the south door.
Pounding on the southern door.
We've got this guy at work, right? We've got this guy at work called bizarrely Soggy. His real name is Anthony Seaton, but we call him Soggy because we believe he played Soggy Biscuit when he was at school. Anyway, one of his jobs is to arrange where the various ladles come from to the furnaces we work on. And we have North Bay and South Bay, and Soggy for some reason calls them North Side and South Side. And today he said, your next one's coming South Side, and somebody went, is that what you tell your missus, Soggy? Oh, I'm coming from the south. Oh, and he got reported.
So that's obviously true.
and I was in charge, and they were like, you're going to have to come to this hearing. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't come to that hearing because I will die of laughter. I will literally fucking die of laughter. If I have to sit with HR and the guy I've worked with for 20 years while someone complains about someone yelling he's coming south side, I will literally collapse from laughter. And then you'll have to take me to A&E. So I'm not going. And I didn't have to go. Anyway, yeah, so Ted, what are you up to?
Nice dodge, by the way.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 12 then.
Have you still got Spring on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a -10 to anything you do, any skill checks you do while you have Spring on your shoulder.
Oh, actually, I'll charge to that.
All right. So so it's only a +20 for the charge because Spring's on your shoulder.
Plus 10. Or is it plus 30?
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, you don't have Furious Assault.
Normally
Yeah, so it should be +20. It's a +10, yeah.
Right.
Unless Spring's in your ear going, charge them, you dirty wee little man. That's a miss. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Titulos. Titty. The best episode we had was when Spring was calling Titulos all the different things about tits, and then I gave Spring to Ed, and Ed just carried it on. Okay, that's on this false man here, is it?
Yeah.
So you'd also get another +10 for ganging up, by the way. In fact, +20 for ganging up, so it's still a hit. 53. Tearing, 7. 11's the better one. Okay, so pen of 2. 2. 9. This is toughness 4. Takes 4 wounds, which is enough. You barrel into this guy, Tichelos, and cleave him in half with your chainsword. Anything else?
Nice. That guy was really getting on my tits. No.
You lost.
Actually, yeah, hang on. Fucking map's moving every time I try and move the table.
Oh, if it starts doing that, refresh your browser.
That's it.
Cool. Spring is still unconscious. Fairness.
Okay, I'm going to unjab my bolter.
Okay, full action to do that. Give me a. You don't have tech use, do you?
I don't think so. Go to check.
If you don't,
I know.
okay. Give me a half intelligence roll. So, just roll a d100. If you pass, you get to keep the bolt shell that was jammed.
Okay.
If you fail, then knock a bolt shell off. Because bolt shells are, pretty rare, pretty hard to come by. Okay, so just knock a bolt shell off, Hayden. It's got mangled. It's no use to anyone now. There's still this pounding on the door to the south. The false men that are trying to get there. This one's going to run at you guys. It's going to head for Ted, but you get the impression it's not really after Ted. It doesn't hit. Excuse me, doesn't hit. This one can't get through. It's going to attack Siegfried on a +10. No, wait. +30 in total. Still a miss. Yeah, the false men fail to attack Siegfried. You're just wheeling back from these guys. You realise that these false men, although they're tough and they're hard to kill, and they obviously attack with singular purpose, it's almost like they're distracted, Siegfried. And Venetta also realises this. They're definitely going for certain targets, but it's like they're not really focused on what they're doing. But this mega arachnid, it seems to know what it's doing. And it's going to... It's going to use its focus restraint mode and grab Siegfried. So this is a grapple attack. That's a pass, Siegfried, with 4 degrees of success. Can you make a strength check, please, Siegfried? No, you can't. I'll do it for you.
Can I try and dodge that?
You enjoyed that far too much, then.
I didn't actually mean it to come out like that. It was like stream of consciousness. You can't dodge a grapple. You can give like a bonus to yourself. I can't remember how it works, but you can give a bonus to yourself by dodging. You still have to make the strength check, and with that, 6 degrees of failure, it's going to grab hold of you, and it's also going to chuck you behind to where Jarek is. And then Venetta, it's you.
I'm gonna make a run, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. So they're now on the other side of the arachnid.
Did you just say Jesus?
Well,
I mean,
I'd say Drusus. Yeah.
I was going to say Drusus.
That was our character, Jesus. So
it's Drusus. Don't.
Well, last time it was an our character, I swear. But last time I saw them, they were on the other side of this mecha.
It's been picking them up and throwing them behind it, basically.
Yeah. So I'm going to run this. As soon as I see it, I'm going to step back.
And you see as well as you see it, as you run to the corner, you go, "Oh shit!" You see it just and focuses on you.
Balls.
Focuses on your ball.
Focuses on your balls. Venetta has balls. I mean, she's had some surgery. Please. It's the top of the round, round 6. I'm just gonna go for a wee. Be right back.
It's thyself.
I think I have catfall or something like that. I don't know if that's going to affect when I get thrown. That might affect how I land.
It's obviously taking damage, I think, catfall, when you...
Yeah.
Maybe take half damage from falls or something.
Yeah.
An option to land on your feet with an agility test out, yeah?
Yeah, so you could have real bullshit with it.
I've got like the full camera going on at the moment, Ed, so I've got like agility of 80.
That's ridiculous.
It is quite good. Got the ghost fire going and 6. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, like Bane. I'm sorry, but I'll stop here right now. Stop here right now.
It's ever so good.
Here we go. This has already run Freya, Johnny.
Hey?
This has already run Freya a few times on Messenger. We got more for numbers. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, good. That's great. Yeah, she said she had a nice time, so that's good. It was fun having a drink and a catch up yesterday as well. Like, fucking hell, I haven't experienced the hangover. It was that ale, that extra, the last ale I had with you.
I enjoyed a little snap fight at the end.
Oh, the fight was awesome. I still got a big, massive mud patch on one of the knees of my jeans that I'm wearing from that.
Big strike.
Yeah, it was an epic strike. It was cool. Drunken warfare. It's actually so much more fun than sailor warfare.
Your inhibitions.
Really fun. Yeah, no inhibitions. You don't hold back. Go on.
Siegfried, as you're tossed through the air by this mega arachnid, I'm going to make an agility roll for you.
Cool.
No modifiers. You pass. You twist and spin in the air, landing nimbly. You move pretty spryly for a 50-odd-year-old man. You still have your action, your full action, and it's your turn. What would you like to do? Let me give you a updated view.
Okay.
I've cut off a bit of the map, but only because there's probably not much you can do to influence it. There you go. So yeah, an arachnid has hurled you behind it.
Why would it do that? Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm going to go in and attack it again.
Okay. So you can half move to get engaged with it.
Yep.
And then half an action to attack.
Yep.
Jarek is also attacking. So you're ganging up now.
Yep.
So power.
What does Frenzy do?
Oh, Frenzy gives you plus 10 weapon skill and 10 strength. Yeah. Remember that.
Cool.
So yourself up into a frenzy now.
Yeah.
No, he's already frenzied because he's taken a load of drugs. You missed that, Hayden. He pumped himself. You know, he's got the chem rig. He fucking triggered everything basically on his chem rig while you were there. Single attack is plus 10. Jarek is ganging up. Also plus 10 for frenzy, so plus 30.
Cool.
That's a miss, Johnny.
Fate point if I've got one.
You might do. You do have one. You do have one. Yeah. Johnny, first character to lose a fate point on every campaign. Let's have another go. Plus 30. Yeah. Exactly the same hit.
He has a reputation to keep, though.
You what, sorry?
He's got a reputation to keep.
He has, you're right.
I've got a rep to protect.
And for its final reaction this turn, this creature's going to try and parry your attack with one of its legs. So it's made 2 dodges, and it's going to try and parry this as well. And its parry. Its parry is 44. It parries. As you lash out with your sword, its rear leg just rises and deflects the blade away. However, you do still do a couple of wounds to it. You think you carve a bit off its leg, because it isn't a power blade that it's parried you with.
So, if it's not a power blade that it's parried me with, can I potentially destroy it?
Wait. Yep. You've just realised that. So it parries you. Leg shatters under the force of the blow from the power sword. So you do 2 wounds to it, but more importantly, you destroy that rear leg.
Yeah.
That's your turn, Siegfried. Jarek.
Cool.
I'll do an all-out attack on.
Okay, so plus 30 for all out. You also get a plus 10 for ganging up with Siegfried. That's a hit. This is not a new turn yet, is it? Okay, so 11 at pen 3. So that's going to be pen 3. 2, 11, 9 minus its toughness 5. You do 5 wounds to it.
Ooh. Good.
Okay. Anything else, Jarek?
Nope.
Ted.
Ooh, is this guy still here?
Yep.
And there's no one else in combat with him?
Nope. Spring doesn't count because she's unconscious.
Right, he's getting an all-out attack, plus 10.
All that attacks plus 20?
Yeah, but minus 10 first.
Oh, but you minus 10 for
Ding-a-ling.
Good shot. It doesn't defend against that, so roll damage. Okay, so that ignores his armor. That's 11. Yeah, that's going to be enough to kill this guy.
Bro.
Okay, yeah, you smash this guy. There's not a sound from him as you cave his skull in. Just crumples to the ground in a heap. Anything else, Ted?
All
that attack, wasn't it?
Oh no, it's all that attack, so no.
Titulus. It's you, lad.
Hang on. Got to refresh my browser.
Calibrating.
Recalibrating browser. You dirty bastard.
Got to open the fucking character sheets again then.
Wow.
Just running up to it, trying to block it.
Okay. Okay, so you're running up to there, getting in the way. Spring's turn. Spring's still unconscious. Ferinus.
Just going to run up to the top of the radar.
Cool.
When I the right tool. A tool for a tool.
All the tools. There is still more banging coming from the doors behind you, Ted. You can hear these creatures there. There is this false man here that's wedged between the wall and the arachnid, and it turns on you, Siegfried, and it's going to attack you. Let's... on 39.
Okay. Can I still dodge that? Or
You can dodge or parry it, I think.
I'll
You
parry
didn't
it.
go all
See if
out,
I
did
can-
you?
No, I'll parry it because then I could potentially damage it with parry.
That's true. Let's parry you. So you are plus 10 parry because this is balanced. So
Just close
No.
range 3 squares.
close range is half range of your weapon. Point blank is 3 squares.
Oh, I'm just going to move myself into point blank when I finish
Yeah.
my move.
That's cool. So he hits you, Siegfried, and he doesn't get through your armor. He's only done 1, which is 1 plus fucking 4, so that's 5. It's primitive, and yeah, it's not going to get through your armor. That's the last of the false men. The mega arachnid is going to grapple Titulos now. So Titulos, if you'd like to make a post strength test, please. Oh dear, mine is what is mine? 17. 1 degree of success on mine. Okay, so he grabs you and he also throws you behind him. But that's his turn because this is what this spider does. He just throws shit. And Venetta, it's you.
I'll make a full aim with the plasma pistol
Okay,
at the mecha arachnid.
go for it. You've got a really tight angle on it there, haven't you? So it's a large
Is that well?
creature.
I'll say, do I have a firing solution or do I need to move? You tell me.
Let me just have a look. You do, but you don't get any benefits for the size of it.
Okay, well, I'm just at this stage. I'm just aiming anyway, so I'll do a full aim.
Okay, so all right, so full aim plus 20 to your next turn.
Uh-huh.
A voice, a familiar voice, a female. 4 minutes to reach minimum safe distance, and at this point, this siren begins as well.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Which I thought I'd uploaded, but clearly I forgot about. But imagine, you remember the end of Aliens? Everyone remembers the end of Aliens. It's that, but with less Sigourney Weaver. Siegfried,
Okay.
let me update your visuals because this is the kind of nice guy I am, Johnny. I mean, I know I mock you all the time.
I don't mind that. I don't care.
Here we go. Let's give you another visual update of what's going on. There you go. That's what you see at the moment. So you're still in melee with this guy. You're also in melee with Cunty Bollocks next to you as well.
I'll kill Country Bollocks next to me. Swift attack.
Okay. Swift attack. Cool. So your first attack, straight weapon skill. There's no modifier to this. Is a miss. Your second attack. What are you doing with the second attack?
Can I re-roll it because I'm Blade Master?
You can. Yep. Good call. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cheat, honest. It's also a miss. Second attack, Johnny.
Again?
Okay. You've got the Seraph spirit. I like it. You've missed again.
Re-roll
That's
that.
the end of your
Blade
turn, unless you've got anything else.
Yeah, Blade Master. Can I re-roll? Is it only one re-roll again?
Yeah, it's 1 per turn. Yeah,
All right.
reroll 1 per turn.
Yeah, cool.
Jarek.
All that attack on it again.
Okay, so plus 30. You don't get the outnumbering bonus now because Siegfried switched his attack to the other guy. Foolish. That's a hit. I'm going to try and. I'm going to try and parry this with his other back leg. Just a second. Oops. 44 is what I'm going for. Yeah, I parry your attack. Is it a power weapon?
No.
Okay, so yeah, he parries it. He's not even looking. He just turns your hammer aside with his remaining rear leg. Anything else?
Nope.
Ted.
Okay. Can go in cap. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. What was this? Oh, never mind. Was there a control?
Was there a control room? The room to the south where you came from was like a big control room, yeah.
Right. Oops. Oh, yes. Alright, I will run up to there. That's my full 12.
Cool.
Bring up as well.
Yeah, I'll follow you with Spring. I don't know why a nameplate's disappeared. It was there earlier for me. So you've run to there. Titulos.
I can't get to it, can I?
Yeah, if you can move into a square on the map, you can move into a square on the map. That's how I play it. Otherwise, it's a bit weird, especially with diagonal corridors. You would have got plus 10 for ganging up because Jarek's also attacking it.
Success.
Okay, it's going to. This is its second reaction this turn. It's going to try and parry you again with that same leg. Weapon skill 44. What the hell? My fucking chat log just went mental. Yeah, that was really weird. What happened there? Okay, so that's it. Parries you as well. Chainsaw comes in, and the leg lashes out, pins your blade momentarily to the wall as you rev the minor, tiny engine of this thing. It seems like this thing is not as automated as the men that you've been attacking. You feel like this creature has purpose. Anything else?
No.
Spring. Still unconscious. Fairness.
Get a full auto with this bolter at it.
Yes, Hayden.
But as I say this, I'm going to say, don't toss my brother off, you oversized sex bot.
I'm really glad that you've had a nap, just so you can come back with this moment. Okay, so you're in short range, so that's plus 10. You go in full auto, so that's minus 10.
I'm also point blank.
You're also are you point blank? You are.
What?
So yes. Let me start again. You're point blank. In fact, I'm gonna 10, 20. I'm gonna say that you would have to be there to be point blank, but you could have moved there on your last turn. So
Okay.
Point blank is plus 30. You are full auto, which is minus 10. You are unskilled, which is minus 20. I think that's a straight ballistic skill test. I don't know.
Large.
Actually, it's also large. Wait, is the bolter full auto or is it only semi? Is it only got a semi on?
No, it's got full
the-
auto setting.
Well,
Bolt
no.
pistol sounds semi, but I don't know.
Some of them are only
Look,
semi. There's different
Sure, which one
ones.
I'll have a look, Dave.
Well, it's all right. It's on Hayden's character sheet. It's on
Going
Ferris'
down, just going down.
No, it's a semi. It's a semi. This one, so it's still a full auto. It's still a full action, but you don't get minus 10 for full auto. You get +0. So
Yeah,
plus
plus 10.
10 point blank, +0 for semi, -24 not having the skill, and +10 for the size. So that is,
have you got a scope on it or anything?
it's quite simple. It's +20 in total for your ballistic skill, and you get an extra hit for each 2 degrees of success. So ballistic skill test at +20. Oh, that's 2 bolt hits. So I'm gonna roll a dodge for it to start with, because this is its last reaction this turn, because it gets 3 a turn. I'm going to roll it in the chat just to make it fair. Hang on.
I've been too distracted by my sex bot shaming it.
It fucking does dodge. It's a real shame. It's a real shame.
Does that mean it dodges both shots, or does one?
Yeah, it does. It dodges both, yeah. But yeah, you fire this shot and it's very close. Each shell lands where the creature was as it nimbly dodges around, but it can no longer dodge until its next turn now. So you forced it into you forced its defensive moves out of it. So you've still achieved something. It's a shame. I kind of wanted you to destroy it with that. Anyway, it's the false man. This false man here is going to attack Siegfried. Absolutely does not hit with a 96.
Off my bolt gun.
Yep. And it's the Mega Arachnid. The rest of the false men are behind the door, still banging on the door. And this Mega Arachnid's starting to get really pissed off with doing this, but it's going to make a strength test against Ted.
There's no way you can toss a dwarf.
Dwarf, if I fucking will. It's less than a... Oh, no.
Is it an opposed strength test? Then,
it is, yeah. Against 65. So 1.8 degrees of success. Manages it. Throws Ted and Spring.
Running out of meat shields at the minute.
And it's Veneta.
Okay, so I shall shoot the Arachnid.
Okay, so you plus 20 aimed last turn, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you the bonus for size because it's lurking around the corridor. I was saying that you could probably half move.
No, I've aimed, so I'm going to shoot. So
okay.
Or does the aim stick?
Yeah, the aim sticks if you move. Yeah.
Still don't think I can get into. Well, I'll see if I can get a better angle for a start. So
if you want to move, I'll tell you if you can get a better angle. Yeah, I'm going to give you the size benefit for that because you can see most of the picture from there. So 20 for the aim, 10 for the range, 10 for the red dot, 10 for the single shot, 10 for the size, plus 60. Shooting is combat, minus 20, so plus 40. And also there's a Theranos obscuring it, but I'm going to be leaning on that. Okay, and it can't dodge. It's used all its defensive maneuvers.
13, so that's a 7 plus 6. Okay, so that's 13 damage with a pen of 6.
Okay, I don't think Blessed does anything against this, by the way. So, it cuts through the armour. There's 9 wounds in total to it. You blast this creature in the side, and there's this flare of light as some of its armor begins to melt and drip away to the floor, and it stumbles and it shrieks. And the way it shrieks is very insectile, very animal, but you can't help thinking that you hear a blurt of machine code as you get hit, Veneta. As you hit it, Veneta, and you quickly translate the machine code into Low Gothic, and it sounds a little bit like it went cunt.
Oh, is this this what's his name out.
Siegfried, let me give you an updated map. Up around fucking 7, 8. I don't know what anymore. 7, I think. Where are you?
Spider scale, do you mean, James?
What? Al?
Is this spider scale, do you mean? Quite possible.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, this is. So I guess he's trying to. Have we gone the wrong direction then? And he's trying to get past us to the.
I think he's trying to fuck me up. I think so.
One could call it a vendetta.
Get out.
Get out.
Get the fuck out my game, you wee wanker. Yeah, Johnny, it's your turn. Tell me what-
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do an all-out attack on it. I think. So,
what on the spider?
yeah.
Okay, so all that attack is plus 30. You'll also gain. I'm going to give you options. So you're going to get plus 30 if you all out attack. You'll get plus 20 for ganging up because there's more than 2 people on it. So that would be a plus 50.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could do swift attack, which would be 2 attacks at plus 20.
No, I'll do the all-out attack. I think.
You won't get a dodge as well if you take all out attack.
Swift attack then.
Swift attack.
I
So
need that
make
dodge. If that thing connects, it's going to do some damage. So
okay. So 2 at plus 20. Oh dear, what have I done? There we go. First one is a miss.
reroll.
Blade Master it is. Me and Johnny are learning his rules together. That's a hit.
Cool.
It doesn't get to attack. Doesn't get to defend against this because it fucking weathered such a storm in the last turn. So I'm going to roll some damage. Cuts through the armor.
Cool.
Toughness is that. So that's 8 wounds.
Excellent. Second attack.
Hang on. I'm just I'm just calculating stuff. Okay, so second attack. You don't get to re-roll this.
No.
But you do still get the plus 20 for whatever bullshit it was.
Yep.
Imagine what it's like to be good in combat. I just can't comprehend. That is a miss.
No.
You don't have a fate point either, and you can't use Blade Master. But yeah, you still did 8 damage, and this thing is starting to stumble, starting to look weak. Jarek.
Weak.
1 sec.
No.
Imagine what it's like to be good in combat, Alan. Oh, I bet it's glorious.
You know what it's like.
I knew briefly what it was like, but it felt too good. It felt too good. I cast it aside like I used condom. It was good at the time, but afterwards I felt dirty.
That's it.
Yeah, Kiyoshi was fucking brutal, man. He was probably the most brutal combat character we've had. Oh dear!
He's using a fate point.
Yeah, go for it. There we go. That's better. There's still no defense against this guy. These attacks. You're basically standing around it, mullering it as it's desperately dragging. Have you ever seen like a spider where its ass has been crushed? This is what's happening right now, and it's dragging itself along the floor, trying to get to Veneta. Roll damage, please, Jarek.
I like if you drop in paint in the bottom of the body, starts sinking first, and they're trying to crawl out, but we're slowly dying.
Oof! Look at that. Okay, I need to work this out properly. So, pen 3. So,
a mono warhammer.
Yeah. There's
I know
rules.
it's allowed. I know it's allowed. It just seems ever so odd to me.
13, 9. You do 9 damage to this thing. It's on 1 wound, so it goes to -8. Where did you hit it? In the 83s. Is that a leg?
Probably. There's 7 of them.
Yeah, there is. And one of them is a bit gimpy. This is impact. The force of the attack rips the lower half of, I'm going to say the whole, because it's got 8 of them. The force of the attack rips the lower half of the leg, the whole leg away in a stream of machine oil and viscous fluid. It must make a toughness test or immediately die from shock. Feels a bit gamey, but on a 97 it doesn't really matter. And you hear this binary shriek. Ted and Venetta ripple across the noosphere, and it begins to writhe and spray this fluid all over the place as it slumps to the floor. And it's not trying to correct itself. It's not trying to do anything about it. It just is shrieking angrily. And after a few moments of this, the lights in its eyes just go out, and the creature falls to the ground dead.
Cool.
Jarek got the kill. Ted, it's you.
Oh. Where's the fucking wound? Oh no, we still got a bloke here.
There is still a bloke there. The way you came from is this passage northwest of you.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll guide you, by the way, as you go up here because it's been such a long time. But you came from a doorway over this way.
No.
Where I'm pinging, sort of northeast-ish of where you came from. It's literally been like fucking 50 seconds. So it's over here. You can see a door open there.
11, 12. Okay.
All right. Titulos. Sorry, I have not removed the spider. Let me remove the spider out your way to make it less intimidating. But it is just a heap of legs and armor plates and bits and pieces, right? It's Spring. Spring is still on your shoulder, Ted, and she begins to wake up. So, Alan, you'll have control of Spring next turn. Mm-hmm. Ferinus.
Ferinus is going to the Hollow Man semi-auto.
You're going to give him a semi? Okay.
Leon.
He is in combat. He's been attacking Siegfried. So, same as last time. 1, 2, 3. Point blank. Semi doesn't give you a bonus. Minus 20 for shooting to combat. Plus 10, I think.
Hey. So let's try my semi-on for size.
There we go. That's one hit. That's all you need. I'm going to try... No, he doesn't dodge. Roll damage. Tearing.
Okay. Just scrolling down right now. Press the damage button. Press that again.
Okay. Okay, and Springfield, Siegfried, you see as the last false man next to you just detonates in a number of shards of metal and plasteel, and I'd like... He's not here. Oh, he is. I'm going to make a dodge for Siegfried.
Cool. For the bullet shell exploding.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you nimbly dodge back as the shower of sparks comes out from this false man. And he dies. It wouldn't have done any damage, but it might have had another effect. So yeah, he's dead, Ferinus. The false men are still banging on the door to your south. I'm going to remove them from the turn order at this point because they've become irrelevant, as is the Mega Arachnid, which is dead. Ferinus' turn. It's over. Venetta, it's you.
Okay, I'm going to make a run. 1, 2,
Go for it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. Run there.
Okay. Siegfried, I'm going to give you, as become my custom, a screenshot. Don't worry about the spider. You can see that I've just off it isn't really there. Oh no, that's the wrong. I've just posted the same map again. Please ignore that.
Okay.
There we go. That's the latest version of the map. Ignore the giant spider.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna head up to where the other guys are. I'm gonna do a full run. I want to go basically head to the north, like completely to the north.
Okay.
So,
you're moving really fast right now. So
as fast as I can. I want to go maximum move northwards.
back the way you came.
Yep.
Okay, and you overtake fucking Ted and Titulos and Spring, and you sprint back to the corridor with no obstructions apart from a bit of furniture, and you get to the large door that separated this area from the rest with absolutely no hindrance. There's nothing between you and there.
Cool.
Jarek.
That's the way, isn't it?
Yep. And then north to this door here is where you came from.
Just off for a wee.
Okie dokie. Is that you done, Jarek?
Yeah.
Okay, Ted.
Right, we keep moving north. 1, 2, 3. Is this the way, Dave?
Yes, that is exactly the way you came from.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's me.
Okay, Spring's going to still be on his shoulder at this point. Titulos.
I moved the wrong one.
The perils of two characters. This is why I started giving out characters, because otherwise I just get fucking confused.
Is it?
Okay, on your shoulder, Ted, Spring wakes up. Alan, you now have control of Spring, but she is still currently on Ted's shoulders. She wakes up and goes, "Fucking hell, why am I so short and running backwards?"
Drop her on her head.
I don't think that would help.
I don't know, with Spring it might.
Okay, so Spring from now on is back in the game. If you want to do it with her, you can.
I think she's going to enjoy the chauffeuring around.
Okay.
So,
Theranos, it's you.
you're muted, buddy.
Yeah, Hayden, can't hear you.
No, I can't hear him. Is that
I'm not now. I'll just have the kettle on, so I don't want to be too annoying. It's my run.
You'd never be too annoying, Hayden.
What? Do you know me? Failing in life if I'm not. Damn it.
Okay, so you're running, are you, that way?
Yeah, I just measured 7 to there.
Yeah. You come around the corner, you see Venetta's there jogging along.
And then I'm going to carry on running.
Okay.
7, 10.
The exit's this way, by the way. If you want to move to there where you're currently highlighting. This is where we were all heading originally, or where we came from.
Get to about there.
Okay, cool. Venetta?
Okay, I'm going to make a run, and I'm going to start wheezing, because I'm a bit out of breath, because I'm not used to all this running around, so...
Fucking right, you know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to get a bit of a stitch as well.
Okay. Round 9. Siegfried.
Good.
Let me give you an updated map of the area. There you go.
Cool. Okay.
So the door that you can see east of you is basically the door you came through into this level. Beyond that, there is a stairwell that heads down.
Okay. So we head down. So it's been a long time since we sort of came down here. So it heads down. So yeah, we're on that upper floor then, aren't we?
Yeah, you're right on the top. You haven't. There's no stair. You haven't seen a staircase further up.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'd like to do is, if there's like a door control panel, I'd like to just attack that as I keep going. Like just do a quick push.
It's just. There's no door control. It's a standard door. It's
Okay.
just a push open door.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. I'll keep going.
Okay. As you push through the door and you see the stairwell back downstairs, you know this is the way you came from. And you run downstairs. You're moving incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And you get to the point where you made a decision as a group last time. And there is a door to your left that you have not been through that says shuttle hangar. And there is also a door... there's this... I'll start again. There is a door to the left that says shuttle hangar, and a stairwell continues downstairs, and that's the way you came from, which led you through all the places where you met Ted and False Canny and the servitors. And after a lot of tunnels, there was an opening that led you onto the mountain surface where your ornithopter is.
Shuttle hangar, I think it's got to be the shuttle hangar, hasn't it? So,
okay. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the shuttle hangar.
Are you voxing anyone, or are you just heading?
Yeah. Making my way to the shuttle hangar. Can anyone pilot one of these things?
I'll give it a good go.
So Venetta, Venetta, you are fairly competent at piloting shuttles.
Cool, excellent stuff. So I'm gonna go straight through into the shuttle area. So
okay, I'm gonna take you off the map, Siegfried, for now, but I'm gonna tell you what you see.
Yeah.
So Jarek, what are you doing? Okay, so as you get to there, you see this doors open in front of you, and the stairwell down that you came up to get here looms in front of you.
Carry on going.
Cool, Ted. What are you up to, Ted?
North. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You made yourself comfy there, lads. Get the fuck off and walk.
She shrugs herself off your shoulder. It says, "Thanks for the lift. Titulos, it's you." You done?
Mm-hmm.
Al, Spring is now yours. She's really fucked up. She's on -8 wounds. She's not doing very well. But she seems to be okay.
She's going to leg it towards the shuttle bay, following Siegfried's footsteps.
Okay, so she runs to this door and heads down the stairs. I'm just going to do a little map for myself, just a second. So Spring.
The run is 24.
Yep. Yeah, she's fast. Tits and feather. Okay. And V's in there somewhere as well. All right. Yeah. So she runs after Siegfried, and she kind of catches up with him at some point. Fairness.
Okay. I suppose I go for this door, do I? Or is that wrong way where Vanetta is?
Okay, so this is where everyone went. You know, this is all happening at the same time. You can see where everyone's going. So, yeah, and then this door is where everyone's going after that.
Oh, what is that? Is that above the room or? I wasn't there. Press again. I see.
Yep.
So I'm going ahead just before there. Go on there, Dave.
Cool. All right, so that's Fairness, and then Veneta.
I shall make a run slowly after everyone else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Cool. Okay. I'm just gonna gather you up for a moment. You keep running. You keep running downstairs. Siegfried has told you he's found a way out. There's a shuttle hangar. Let's go this way. Fuck the rented ornithopter. And you run down these several flights of stairs. And eventually, you find yourself somewhere else. So that was turn 10. Less than 2 minutes.
Awesome. That's how good we are.
For once, I'm not going to knock you on this. It feels like you kind of worked really well on this. So I'm going to. The rest of you might see weird blackness, but just hang on a minute. So Siegfried and Alan, as Spring, might see something right because you're a little bit ahead of everyone else. The rest of you might see nothing but a few of your other characters, and I'll tell you what you see. So Siegfried and Spring, you sprint down, and Siegfried, you get to this door and you turn, you see Spring, who looks fucking ruined. You know, she's got this tear in her abdomen, she's got burns all over her, but she's still running, her eyes are still, and you both meet this door at the same time.
Oh, I feel bad told not to walk now.
Have I got any stims on me?
Heartless squat.
I don't know without looking at your character sheet. Just a sec. Stims. Doesn't look like you do. No. No, it doesn't. No, you haven't got any stims. So yeah, you and Spring have reached this door. What are you going to do, you two?
I'm going to open it. I'm going to open it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me have a look. I don't know if it's his Gary's or is it?
Ladies first.
You're both going at the same time. I'm doing a bit of narrative gameplay right now. Yeah. So.
Okay, I'd like to use. Well, presumably this door is locked. Is it?
It's closed.
Closed. I'll give you security to try and open the door, Dave.
Yeah, give me a security test. Plus 10. Okay, so you do open this door.
Okay.
But there is another door. Similar to the control room upstairs, there is another door behind it. And because you guys are so far advanced from everyone else, I'm going to assume everyone else is running to keep up and get down these stairs.
Yeah.
So you guys can go again. What you guys?
I'll
So does this door look like it's it can open?
Make a perception check. +10 for your sight. I'll do that for you.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why do I keep asking you?
I'll have it.
You're not sure?
I'll try again. Security here, Dave, if I can.
Go for it. Same as before. +10. Spring pulls out of her pocket a couple of simple tools, jams them into some holes in the door that you didn't even see, Siegfried, and the door opens up. And Spring, these are just doors like back home. Everyone can open these fucking doors, yeah. And the door opens and reveals this bay. And I'm going to pause you for a moment there. This is your last turn before these guys are going to start catching up with you. Just a second. In your own time. Whenever you just open the file whenever you want. Oh yeah, there we go. That's cool. Room. Has Hayden just fallen over?
I'm here.
Hayden lives.
Hayden lives. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, as you open this door, Spring and Siegfried, what you see here, this room that has all these big barrels of some sort of liquid. There's no identifying marks on them, but these big metal containers, which are these red things you can see here, by the way. So you two, Spring and Siegfried, you have a turn to react before everyone else starts turning up. I'm going to abstract this a little bit, but yeah, go for it.
Okay. So we're in this room. What do we see in this room again? Sorry.
So there's a lot of boxes, barrels, crates, and then there are these large barrels over here that are painted red, and they have warning symbols on them, but they're not like anything you've ever seen before.
Okay.
You can identify them as warning symbols, but you don't recognise them.
Yeah. This is basically weird, dodgy Promethean they use, I would imagine. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Siegfried go first because Spring's been fucked.
I mean, he's higher agility.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry, Johnny. I just forgot. I just remembered that you couldn't actually see the map. I do apologise.
Okay.
Hang on. Here we go. This is what you see. Yeah, sorry. Feel free to call me out on that when I say I'm going to provide you with visuals. Don't.
No, it's okay. I mean, you're literally providing me with visuals.
I know, but it's not good enough. Expect better from me.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah, roll higher as well.
Expect better from me, but you won't fucking get it! Carry on.
Okay. So, those flame things, are they the back end of
Sorry, you can't see the flames. I've just you my view. That's beyond the wall. That's not a thing you can see.
Is that
It's not a thing that's happening either. No, it's actually not. It's actually not.
Right,
and I know you won't believe me, but it's not.
Should we believe you,
Okay.
Dave?
Yes, you should believe me when I tell you that is not a thing that's happening right now. You'd feel the heat from the flames, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so it would. Not if it was behind the door, though.
Sometimes you have to trust your GM.
What times are those on?
Right now would be good.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm gonna. I think we should just keep going. So I'm just gonna nod to send spring nod, and then I'm gonna dash forward to this door. Is there like some sort of panel on the side again, like, or some way of opening it?
There is a panel for this door. Yeah, you can see there is a control panel to open this door.
I'm gonna run over to that and then just press and activate it. Like move over to it and activate it.
There's no need to make a test for this. You open the door. Spring. That will be your turn. I see.
Okay.
I'm peering through layers of possibility, Johnny. That's the problem. The flames were a layer of possibility.
Right.
I honestly don't know what you guys can see anymore.
I can't see any flames yet. I'll follow.
Okay, so what you see, Spring and Siegfried, in front of you is an Arvus class shuttle, just standing there waiting, and it's painted jet black, and there is a servitor. I think you can just see the servitor. The servitor is hosing it down with this rubber hose, spraying this thick, gloopy black paint all over the surface of this thing, and the shuttle has this almost depthless, hard to perceive in 3 dimensions quantity about it, and this iridescent shimmer to the edges of the shuttle. Make an intelligence test, Spring and Siegfried.
Had one of these before. I failed.
Okay, that was just an excuse to see if either of you would like figure it out before anyone else for fun. But I'm going to do one for Siegfried as well.
That's got to be some sort of stealth, hasn't it?
Yeah, so you guys don't figure it out, but I'm gonna at this point I'm gonna bring you all onto the map as you all catch up, because the sight of this would slow you down in your tracks, make you go, "What the fuck is going on here?" So I'm gonna bring you all here to see what you can see of this shuttle, and I'm gonna have a wee. I mean, I'm just gonna turn my head.
Have you got paintbrush in your hand, James? I see that. Or... You say, I have, you say? You've been doing painting? Awesome, man. Glad to see it. Back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Who's your first...
I'm going to get this avatar painted. It's kind of Alan Quinn vibe.
Cool. Yeah, it's going to look sweet when it's done.
I hope so. It's going to be really...
I know it.
Zombies done on long days.
I know it to be true.
Turning my microphone back on, I'm sure you were looking yourselves at metagaming. Oh, just wait. Well, I'm turning my mic off again while I go in the kitchen.
Dave, we know you record this. And we know you watch it.
We know you haven't turned your mic off either.
Lies within lies.
You've got to shout at Leanne, Dave. Is that why you've turned your microphone off?
Yeah, poor lass of verbal abuse you have to put with living with you.
Yeah, yes, turn the mic off.
Doesn't want you to hear the beating.
Yeah, that's it. Hard you'll hear from the next room.
Hi.
Hi, mate. How's Leanne?
Yeah, how's Leanne?
Who? I mean... I don't know, really. I'll be honest.
Is it that time of night, is it? Is it Whiskey GM? Naughty Dave. The whiskey dregs, is it?
Yes.
Who's ready to roll some dice?
I'm ready for you to roll me some dice.
that would feel dirty, but I accept. Okay. So here we go.
Famous last words.
Let me just find the right page, because I mean we're at 22:11. I'm aware of the time. We're in endgame, but this feels like a good place. Yeah, this feels like maybe not a safe place, but we're definitely at a place. As you catch up, I'm going to metagame a little bit and push things ahead. So we were on round 10, 11, 12. We were on turn 13 when... No, we were on turn 10 when Siegfried and Spring got here. So I'm going to give you another 3 for everyone to catch up. Average. Seems fair to me. So... All right. You find yourself looking at this shuttle, and this shuttle is it's an Arvis class lighter. It can be configured for passengers or cargo. And there is this servitor spraying it. So right now we're kind of out of initiative order, but I might call for the occasional roll, and I might push time on. Being a bit abstract with this. So what are you doing? All of you are there.
I want to check it for go on board of it, and then scout out for and check it for explosives. I've got Vanetta who can check it for explosive devices anywhere. But there isn't time really to do that, is there? We've just got to take a gamble.
Yeah, I shall talk in character. We've not got time for that. Let's see if we find a way in. So I'm going to look for the entrance to the shuttle.
Okay, so there's a number of entrances. One is there is a very large rear door here, which is a ramp that descends. There's also a door either side, just behind the cockpit.
Okay, I'm going to head to this location, try the door.
Yeah, it opens.
Okay. I'm going to head in.
All right.
All aboard.
Okay.
Well, what's the way out of here? Like, obviously the shuttle has a path out, presumably, or is there is there doors? Is it straight upwards? What's the?
Give me an awareness test. Vanetta, you'd get a +10 for this, I think.
One moment. That's not it. Awareness, you say?
Yep.
Like that. Passed it.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing during this?
Move some barrels and stars.
Yeah. What?
Fuck.
These big barrels.
Lead towards the doors.
Yeah, sure. If you want to move some of those in, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
I read those barrels, Dave.
Say again, James.
Have any idea what those barrels were?
Well, these large red barrels here.
Yeah. The ones that.
Ted, make a perception check at +20.
Cool. Possibility. Oops. +1. Oh, let's see that.
You're not sure?
Cool.
Would I know?
I mean, you can make a perception check, but it won't be at +20.
Right. Perception. Not good enough.
No idea. There's definite chemical smell. Yeah. you both realise there is a definite chemical smell from it, but it's really unfamiliar. You don't know. But yeah, if you want to stack barrels at the door, Hayden. I mean, I know you like drawing on maps. Please draw on the map. Draw some
I've
barrels.
just got as I see this happening, I'm just like, when those engines ignite, now, how am I going to fire flames back into those barrels? Now, I don't know much about barrels. That's not
Red
my thing.
barrels.
What you
But
do
those
know,
ones-
however, Meta Johnny, what you do know is the shuttle doesn't seem to be powered right now.
Right.
You know, you're a noble. You've experienced travel on shuttles a few times. This shuttle is not powered up.
Yeah.
So you're right. If the engines did ignite, there would be flames wash into the chamber that you've come from. Maybe the barrels would ignite, maybe they wouldn't. But the shuttle is not powered right now.
We need to
When the
get it
complex
powered.
blows up, the fucking barrels will ignite.
That's probably also true.
Oh, that's alright. We'll just go flying up like Donkey Kong.
So Siegfried, Ferinus, Ted, I think you're the only people that haven't moved or done anything yet.
Yeah, I've moved for your barrels. Can I move now? Or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so you've put some barrels there. That's cool. I mean, this is all. I'm meta gaming this myself a bit. I'm not keeping count of exact seconds. It's just like, what are you doing? Let's see what happens.
Get these doors open.
Let's get the hangar, the bay doors open, so we've got a route out, and then we need to get the ship prepped as well.
Cool.
Can I see a hangar door anywhere, Dave?
Make a perception check, please. Sight based, if it makes a difference.
I don't think it does.
Is there a servitor inside the ship that's like a pilot servitor?
You don't know. The ship's closed.
We need to get it open then, don't we? Is this the moment where we realise that this is a trap?
It's a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
Tell me what. I mean, I'm keeping count of how long it takes. So you guys, there's no turn order.
That's okay. Is it back round to me? Because I say I made a pass.
It's not back round to anyone. You call out
Well,
what you want to do
Dave.
to me, and I'm going to tell you what happens.
I passed an awareness test, and then
You
you
did.
went to the other guys. So I let.
Sorry, I missed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. So you asked me, and then you went to the other guys. So you asked me to make one. I was looking for where the way out is, in effect.
Okay, so what you can see here, I do apologise.
It's all good, man.
For being a substandard DM that would not give out Cotton Eye Joe based.
Just let it go. You'll be better. Like, it's corrosive. It's
I'll never let it go, Alan.
Just
I will hunt you until the end of time. Anyway, so as you went in this
Dave,
space,
forgive me.
no.
Well, Dave, you remember a long time ago when
In a galaxy far, far away.
when Alan played Cotton Eye Joe.
Honestly, Alan, when you die, I will make a point of living longer than you, so I can stand at your funeral playing Cotton Eye Joe on motherfucking bagpipes.
Oh,
so
thank you. That's a worthy tribute, buddy.
fuck you.
That's
Anyway.
I'm a spied.
Anyway, so yeah, you
made you powerful, Dave.
shush. Listen. So you head into this area and you're looking around and you see this shuttle, this familiar. It's a kind of familiar shuttle. Harvest Light is a quite common Imperium, but this one is painted entirely black, which it strikes you as a little weird, and it's the blackest black you've ever seen, and it makes it very difficult for you to focus your eyes upon it. And along the underside of the really struggle to focus on certain parts of the hull, like it's in focus, it's out of focus, constantly switching, gives you a bit of a headache. And you realise some of the paint is burned away, but is it the smell? Is it the fumes? Why is it that it's hard to look at? Why is it making you feel a little odd? And you see this servitor standing next to it, spraying this black goopy paint onto certain exposed patches of the hull. And as you come around to the side door here, you see this door, and you reach out and touch the panel. You recognise the control, and you press the panel, and the door opens up. And I would like you, please, Vinetha, to make a willpower test of +10.
I will use a fate point.
Probably for the best. Yeah. Okay.
Fail, but it's not 100.
You take 3 corruption points as you open the door to this shuttle. I mean, beat that, Alan. Opening a door to a shuttle. No, I'm just fucking with you. But you do take 3 corruption points. And it feels a little prickly to touch and cold. And there's a feeling of nausea that washes over you, and you stumble for a moment. You grab the door frame, and this feels odd, really odd. And it reminds you of something, but you're not sure what. And you peer into the shuttle. And there is, to the aft of the shuttle, there is a cargo. And it's almost empty, save for a series of clamps that are set into the floor and the ceiling. And it looks like it was custom made for securing, in series throughout the hold of this cargo bay. You've got logic, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Would you make a logic test at +10? Okay, cool. So the rest of you, what are you up to?
No, I'm not.
No, if you want to use a fate point.
I'm going to save a fate point. I think, Dave.
Okay.
I'm going to save it. I might need it, even though
you might.
It's getting on that time, but you don't know. I'm going to save it.
What are the rest of you doing at this moment?
Can I have a wait a second? I'm just going to see if I've got pilot.
Anyone can do anything.
Yeah. Can I have a come and look at the ship and see if
Yeah, sure.
get it going?
So what are you doing? You're coming up to the ship and you haven't. Fairness, I'd like you to make a awareness test, site-based, if that makes a difference.
I think it does, but awareness.
Yeah.
I'll get a fate point that one.
Okay.
You might as well.
Ah! Exactly the same.
I'll teach you, fate.
Yeah.
Anyone else doing anything?
Want to get on the shuttle?
You're going to get on? Are you entering through the door that Vanetta's got open, or do you want to try and open the rear door? Pause for Johnny. Door. Or the right-hand door? You're opening the rear door. Pause for Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Rocks fall, everyone dies. No. So Siegfried, you open the rear door, and what you've probably experienced this sort of shuttle before. Maybe not to leave the planet back home, but maybe to be ferried from one place to another. These are quite common vehicles. And as you open it, you realise there are a number of benches either side of the hull. Normally, they are in rows.
Yeah.
Accommodate maybe up to 20 passengers, but this one has benches that can accommodate maybe a dozen people. And in the middle, there are these restraints that look like they're designed to strap something down. And I would like you to I would like you to make an intelligence test, and I would also like Vanetta and yourself to make a perception check.
Okay, you'd like to do that for me, Dave?
Yeah, sure. So intelligence and perception for you. Okay. Nothing untoward right now. So yeah, it just looks like the interior of a shuttle, but it's been modified. The cargo area, the passenger area, has been altered and changed. The rest of you, what are you doing? So basically, everyone except Vanetta and Siegfried right now. What are you guys doing?
Let's see if we can still try and get the shuttle going and have a look again, because as I say, I've got like pilot military craft. I might have an idea.
Okay, so you're heading into the cockpit.
Oh no!
Is that what you're doing, Fairness?
Heading into the cockpit, yeah.
Yeah. What about Tichalos and Ted?
Yeah, I'm going in there as well.
What about you, Tichalos?
Getting in.
You're just getting in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you push in, you realise straight away, this cargo bay is non-stop. definitely non-standard. But that's not, for those of you that know shuttles and orbital transportation, that's not particularly unusual. Shuttles can be configured to suit craft and cargo loads and various different things. Particularly weird the way this thing's laid out. Unusual, but weird. And then Theranos pushes open the cockpit. And inside the base of the cockpit, Theranos, you see a figure sitting in the pilot's seat. And it's a young woman. And she still wears the blood-stained and machine oil-stained uniform of an Imperial Navy pilot. So it's this, bluish Navy uniform that you'll have all seen at some point, but it's stained with blood and machine oil. And the lower half of her face has been removed crudely. And in its place are a series of snaking tubes and cables that head down into the console in front of her. Her arms and legs are missing, and they look like they've been hacked off and crudely cauterized, but her spinal column is crudely hardwired into the control chair. And on the side of her head is a device. And straight away you recognize it, a neural rig, like what Otto and Vanetta wear. And she's breathing heavily. She's looking over her shoulder at you. As much as you can turn her head, she's looking at you going... and she's sweating and she's panting and she's terrified. And she does not move her head, but her eyes look at you, Theranos, in abject terror. And she looks you up and down, and there is a pleading, begging look in her eyes. What are you doing?
I'm going to smile at her, put my hand on her shoulder, pop out the cauterized, pop out the implant.
Make a toughness test.
Come on. There we are. Submit.
Okay, as you put a hand on your shoulder and you do what you think is the right thing, there is this barrage of thoughts that slam into you like a fucking brick wall. And the words ring out, clear in your mind. And I'm going to remove my headset while I do this. Kill me! Please! Kill me! Don't let me fly!
What your neighbours must think of you. Yeah, I wonder what your neighbours must think of you, buddy.
Fuck them, the chaps. Make a willpower test, please, Hayden.
That's reassuring.
Dear me.
Hey.
Willpower test, please, Hayden.
Yeah, so I was just scrolling down.
Uh-huh. There are an abstract series of images that burn into your brain, and they slowly coalesce into memory, and you feel like these were your memories, and you see who you were and what this woman was and what was done to her. She was a Navy pilot. She was top of her class, 7 years service, 2 years flying shuttles for officers, transferring between vessels and worlds, 5 years as a Lightning fighter pilot, participated in the Tranche pacification. She came to Desaleem on shore leave while her ship was taking on supplies. She met a tech priest in the bar. He had a job for her. No thanks, I've already got a job, she said as she sipped her drink. And then the world went fuzzy. It was not an offer. His name was Somnus Halbrel. It was an instruction, and she awoke in darkness. She awoke here. What has been done to her? The ship. There's something very wrong with the ship, and now she is a part of it. You can feel its taint, its foulness. It makes her fly. He makes her fly. Halbrel makes her fly. Gelt makes her fly. She is powerless to disobey. Up, up into the void to ships waiting in orbit. Sometimes the same ship, sometimes different ships, all the time, constantly back and forth and back and forth. She returns, she repeats over and over, kill me, please, please fucking kill me.
Okay, get to do anything after this.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Gonna hold my head, sweat a bit, and say, can anybody link into her and get her to fly us out of here? Vox.
I say I'm going to head in when I get the chance to.
Okay. You're all in free time. There's no turn order right now. You're in free time.
How long have we got left now? Minutes.
About 3 minutes 20 seconds.
I'll look for manual controls to shuttle, I think.
Okay.
Hayden, to answer your question, I think we pulled out the servitor control things because Skayl was trying to get into our mind with him, so I yanked
Okay, so the neural links, they are literally like devices that you can plug in and unplug for half an action. They're not particularly complicated. If you want to plug them back in, you can. But you do still have a device.
Yeah, I'd like to look for, okay, fair enough, Dave, thanks. I'll look for the manual controls first, so.
Okay, so give me a perception check. This will be at a +20. What we got? Okay, so you look round and you realise straight away the shuttle is configured for pilot and co-pilot, but there's a moment where you think, but the pilot has all the controls. How can I? Oh wait! And then you realise, Venetta, that you can easily reconfigure the controls for this craft. So the actual yoke and everything that are on the servitor's controls sweep over the console and appear at the other side where the other seat is. They physically move the controls, and you can do that. Piece of piss.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get in.
Okay, you get in.
I'll comms in. I'll go, all aboard, hurry up.
Okay, everyone getting on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Try and power up. Oh, did
I
see the way out, by the way? Is there like a shuttle bay door or some shit? Or...
Okay, so as soon as you get in the shuttle, you start to realise the configuration bay door above the shuttle that slides open.
Okay, so I'm looking for controls that allow me to, first of all, turn on the engine, secondly, to open the shuttle bay door. You presume there's some sort of way to open it from inside the cockpit, so yeah, I'm going to try and get us the fuck out of Dodge.
Give me a tech use test. This will be at +10. It's a fairly simple thing to try and do this.
Tech use, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist, Dave?
Yeah, you can. So another +10 from Ted as he comes over and he realises you're in, and this horrifically tortured Navy pilot is strapped in, physically bonded into his chair. But Ted begins to reach over and helps you, flicking controls, and you power up the shuttle. The shuttle engines whine up. And you realise as well the doors above you need to be open. Give me another tech use test at a +10, but a +10 for Ted helping you as well. Okay, and as you flick a series of switches, Ted begins to point switches out. It seems like he instinctively knows some of this equipment, and the massive doors above you slide open, and you lift the shuttle up into the bay. Venetta, give me a piloting roll.
Can I assist?
+10 for anyone that's assisting, yeah.
Because I've got a military craft.
Siegfried will just go like that.
Yeah. I mean, you easily, nimbly raise this shuttle up into this narrow space, and it's not much bigger than the shuttle, but ahead of you, maybe 3/4 to a mile away, there is light, sunlight, the edge of the mountain, and you gun the throttle forward. Fucking right, yeah, go for it. So just a second. Let me just find my my notes. So yeah, I just need to skip all that shit that you missed. Give me a piloting test, please. One final piloting test. So it's agility based thing, and you can get a +10 from both Ted and Ferinus, I think, can fly.
Okay, save my good rolls for last.
Okay. Venetta nimbly handles the vehicle, raising it up off the ground, and she guns the throttle open. And in the chamber above this hangar, in this long straight passageway carved out of the rock that shows daylight ahead, she slams the throttle fully open, throwing caution to the wind, and you're all thrust back into your chairs. Those of you that are still standing are hurled back into the cargo doors of the shuttle. Is anyone still standing, or is everyone getting strapped in?
Strap in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's weird.
The rock tunnel speeds past beyond the armor glass viewport. One of the wings scrapes gently against the rock, and the vessel wobbles, but Venetta corrects smoothly, effortlessly. Her heart rate is slow and steady. She is in control of this moment. Venetta oozes confidence, and a small smile creeps across her face. The timid, nervy young woman taken in by a rogue Magos and experimented on, forced into slavery, is gone. She is now Venetta Calamir, agent of his left hand, servant of the Ordo Malleus, and she has just possibly saved the lives of her companions and escaped a doomed heretical facility. There is a presence here that only Venetta feels, something behind her eyes, watching, just along for the ride. The passenger watches. The passenger does not intervene. It is forbidden from doing so, unless commanded to. The passenger did not aid Venetta in pulling off that incredibly risky high-speed escape. The shuttle engines roar as the vehicle rockets away. An Arvus lighter shuttle. It is capable of orbital flight. Its speeds approach 2,000 kilometers an hour. It is easily fast enough to escape this blast.
Awesome.
Isn't it?
Fucking hope so. For all that.
Venetta. You were given 5 minutes to escape. It's been 3 minutes and 20. There is a pict screen on the dash of the vehicle you pilot. It shows a rear view of a rapidly receding mountain facility. One or two of your crewmates gather around Ted and Ferinus, watching the screen with rapid fascination. Rapid? Morbid fascination. And the rest of you can see through the ports at the rear of the shuttle, the mountain, the secret Ordo Xenos facility where Somnus Halbrel and Cyrik Skayl worked. And then it happens. A shockwave, first. A faint, almost imperceptible ripple in the air that rolls out and across the land, kicking up huge boulders and dust alike in its wake. And the surface of the mountain judders and lifts for a moment before slamming back down to the earth as the mountain cracks. And there is a flash of darkness, a ripple of unreality as monumental energies collide, and for the briefest of moments, the plasma reactor at the heart of the mountain becomes a black hole, drawing everything in. But such things are not meant to exist. Nature dislikes everything trying to exist in the same spot at once, and the reactor detonates with devastating force. The screens white out. Those of you in the back cry out in shock and pain as the blinding light momentarily blinds you. But the filters over the vehicle's viewports kick in, perhaps saving some of your companions from permanent damage. And then you see it. Like a gigantic discharge from Venetta's pistol. A thick column of blue-white fire reaches up into the heavens. It spreads, fanning out, widening, tearing the rock, stone, and the ancient glass of the mountain to pieces. The sky darkens in a vast, bulbous cloud of dust and debris that rises up engulfing the flames. And seconds later, the sound hits you. A roar like a vast, terrible beast, as this sound of pure rage and destruction washes over you, slamming into your vehicle. Vinetta, I would like you to make a piloting roll at +10.
Do I get my assistant bonus here as well, or?
You do? Yeah.
So is that still another +20? From them two. I shall use my last fate point, which I saved. Oh, yes.
Nice. There is a moment where the various systems in the shuttle flicker, go out, and the engine dies, and you drop maybe half a kilometre down and travel maybe 3 or 4 kilometres towards the east. Sorry, towards the west, towards Desalium. And then boom, everything kicks back in. The shuttle lives once more. And you have control. 10 past 11.
Is with us.
It's 10 past 11. What would you like to do with this stealth shuttle you have just stolen?
Let's call it Veronica.
Your naming privileges are over, Fairness.
Good name.
That's actually a good point.
Would you like some? Would you like some options from me as a point of view? Things
sure.
you might be able to think of. So some of the places you could maybe take it. You do have contacts in Port Gaia, which is one of the biggest ports in the city. You have Gaius's boss. What's his name? Justicar Drummond. You do know him. You also know that Siegfried has contacts in the Hive Spires in the upper tier, where he's been living with Lady Lady Pagny for some time. So those are 2 locations you could probably park a shuttle. The others is you could maybe pass it off and bullshit your way through a number of other ancillary ports throughout the city, and that's just covering the city itself. If you wanted to think about taking it elsewhere, then it gets a bit more complicated.
I'm thinking taking it up Hive.
Pagny.
Lady Pagny, I think. Because she's already got her finger in a few heretical pies, or has had, or she's not too easily shocked, I think.
Certain parts we could always flog her as well.
So I think I'm going to take it to up Hive, Dave, to Lady
Pagny. Okay, so just to clarify Lady Pagny's relationship to Mesmeron. They have a relationship that goes back 10 years. To the last time Mesmeron was on this world. You don't know what that relationship entailed, but you do know they were considered friends. You don't know what's happened in between. You do know Mesmeron basically fucking left the. You do know that Lady Pagny Lady Pagny's father is a man. He's one of the corrupt. Mm-hmm. Lords of this world, and you do know that Lady Pagny has pledged her life to the Inquisition and to Mesmeron's service, just to make sure that you know everything that's going on. Okay?
Yep, so that's where we're going to go.
Okay. You head away from this towering pillar of fire and flame and glass and smoke that was the mountain, and you head back towards Hive Desalium to Spire Elden, where on the east edge of Spire Elden there is this particular series of pads and towers that belongs to Lady Pagny. and that's where we'll pick up next time.